Uh-huh. Because I'm pretty sure mine's not muted. Oh, it is muted. Good luck. Look at that. It's muted.
Look
Yay.
at that.
Look at that. Look at
Mine
God.
totally was not.
Oh gosh.
Mine
Well, what
was
up,
not.
guys? It's your girl Manic Meeks. Look at that. Surprise, motherfuckers. Um, yeah, so situation is it's my friend AK. Say hello,
What
AK.
up?
And usually I do podcasty stuff on her channel. But her channel is in a situation where people are being stupid. Okay. And she can't live stream until the situation is resolved. So
It's so absurd, y'all. It's so absurd.
we need to talk about Loki, and here we are. Hi, Demarius. Now, I have not live streamed in a situation where I got to pay to other people, like pay attention to other people. So bear with me as I get used to
Man.
what I'm looking at. Um, but we did a test stream yesterday, and it was okay. So here we are, and we might have one more
Yes.
person joining us. But yeah.
Indeed, indeed.
Mm.
So how was your day? How was your work day?
I work with a new person who's in the middle of I don't want to listen to you because I'm a woman and because I'm a black woman. So it's real fun.
The shenanigans be real.
Listen, the realest. But it's okay though. When I listen, I told my boss, I was like, hey Harry, if I have to repeat stuff twice, I'm not gonna say it again. And he was like, I wouldn't either. He's like, everybody in the room, you listen to you because you know what you're talking about. I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I just, watch you fly or fall. My job is my job.
Yeah. No, like you have to face the consequences of that, not me.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. What are you drinking?
I am drinking, what is this? One of those little sample bottles of a Jameson IPA edition.
Nope. I see Loki. I see Loki.
No, yeah.
Nope. It's green, isn't
green. Yep, because it's green.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I see Loki. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, but it's quite tasty. I am enjoying it.
I'm drinking water.
Okay. That's a healthy choice. I probably should be drinking water too. But yeah, no.
I bet you're thirsty.
I bet you're thirsty.
But yeah, so Loki season 2. We're on episode 3. Episode 4 is going to be this Thursday. And just
wait,
overall,
hold on, wait.
What?
Did we didn't start the season yet, did we?
No. I'm saying like get ready.
Oh, just
overall.
What's been released. Gotcha.
Yes. So episode 4 will be out this Thursday. You did the mystic fruit drink?
What is the mystic fruit drink? I am intrigued.
It was like $1 like it was in either a can or in a bottle. And I remember they had it in they sold it to us in school. It was one of the drinks that people would bring in and then walk around the classrooms to sell to people, like the candy lady. She would have that as a part of it. It's like a fruit juice drink, kind of. But then
I don't think we had that.
Listen, we shouldn't have had it. There's a lot of things we shouldn't have had. There's a lot of things we shouldn't have had. And there's a lot of things we shouldn't have had. It's like Fruitopia.
When you gotta hustle, you hustle.
It's kind of like Fruitopia.
Oh,
do you remember Fruitopia?
Okay. Yep. Sure.
Okay. I'm like, all right. Yeah. Fruitopia.
All right. I can dig it.
So, just overall, what do you think about it so far?
So far I am all in. Like, I've been asking questions about Miss Minutes since season 1, and like what exactly Miss Minutes is and how it functions. And we've got a few answers in these few episodes here. So I'm looking forward to the mystery unraveling more, because I think there's a lot, especially the shenanigans and tomfoolery she pulled in episode 3. Because look, I already didn't like the bitch. I already had beef, and now I feel like I have to hate on her just on principle.
Now you have justified beef.
Seriously.
Now it's well seasoned and prepared.
Like she was sus, but now my theories have been confirmed, and yeah, she's trash.
Yeah. I'm like, this kind of like revivified my interest in the MCU, because before I was like, okay, like I wasn't even sure if I was going to see Miss Marvel in theaters, and I was like, well, I
Okay.
mean, I don't know if I want to see it first week, second week. I don't know. It's in November, right?
I believe so.
I'm like, it's cold. I don't know. But this, if this is going to tell me what's going to happen or lead up to the events in that movie, absolutely.
Yeah, I think
Absolutely. This
there's.
is
I
revivifying
think
me.
yeah, it has. I think it has the potential to have some time shenanigans going on, honestly, I want to just go see it just because on the strength of what's my girl's name?
Tiana?
Tiana Parrish and Amani's last name? I don't remember.
Oh
But
my gosh. I know you're talking
the
about.
young lady that plays Miss
Mm-hmm.
Marvel, yeah.
Yeah, because her show
She
was really good.
literally, I feel like she is like all of us as fans
Mm-hmm.
getting in on the game. Cause she literally had like her own Marvel MCU Bible that she brought on the set with her. Thank you, Aman Vellani. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
She had her own, all of her own theories and everything going down. And I appreciate that. That just let me know that she is a nerd on our level for these comic book things. And I like the show. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing all three of them in one space, especially with the extraness that's going on with Monica and her ex stepmommy, Auntie, aka Auntie Carol,
Auntie
as
sister,
it were.
cousin,
Right.
auntie, sister, family, friend, partner.
Friend.
Yeah, so I'm just
saying
like,
the vibes was vibing.
They were. I was confused as to why it didn't vibe. I was like, so y'all not gonna? Oh,
like y'all because if the situations would have been opposite, and this was actually something a lot of us were saying when Once Upon a Time was out with Emma and Regina. If one of them would have been male by the end of season 1, they would have hooked up with all the shit and shenanigans.
Or they at least would have started
it. Exactly. The breadcrumbs would have very clearly been laid out. And also Lana Parrilla saw that shit too, the evil queen, and she played into that shit.
She's
and
so
they
good.
let her. So
she's so good.
She's going to be here next weekend, and I can't go.
Oh yeah, at the con.
Yes. I'm poor. It is. It's expensive to go see her, and you know what? All cheddar to her. She deserves that shit because she's very talented.
Yeah, because I was looking at the roster of people, and I was like, yeah, that's a lot of people coming. Too bad I would probably be at work, and lo and behold, look at that.
Yeah, Maria and Carol just made sense to me. Like their long history together, being besties. If either one of them would have been gender switched, the shit would have happened by the end of the movie. So that's just how I see it. I know not everybody's going to agree with that, but you know, I've been looking at things extra.
No problem. Thanks for stopping by. That's so cool.
Ooh, from the Netherlands. Yes. We international out here. I love it.
Come on. But yeah, so I'm really enjoying Loki. I've missed them. I didn't realize how much I've missed them.
Yes.
Missed
Dude,
this like
dynamic.
cast.
Am I like super in like the dark forest right
Yeah,
now?
you are. You're hiding.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I wasn't trying to hide. I swear I wasn't. Oh no, I want people to see me. Wait, now
you're looking very sepia. You're looking very episode 3.
Yeah. I don't. The lighting usually is better than this. So it requires movement for me to reach the light, y'all. I'm sorry.
Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody doing that. No, ain't nobody doing that.
No, gracias. No, gracias.
Nope. Okay, so let's go ahead and start out with episode 1.
Yes.
So episode 1 was just, it literally picked up right where we
left off
with Loki being pushed through the time door and landing back in the TVA. Like, where and what time is it?
And not only what time is it, but where is it? And I was trying to remember. So I didn't go back and watch the wrap-up stream that me, you, and Reggie did. And I didn't watch what me and Fandom and DJ talked about again. I feel like I thought at the end of that it was a different TVA in a different timeline. So that theory was proven right here because everything looked almost the same. Yeah. But he was absolutely not in the same spot.
No, they had the Kang statue that we saw that ended season 1.
With,
we were like,
even
broke something.
With what was it? What did you call it? The toot mouth.
Yeah, I
He
can't
was
remember.
just looking
Yeah, the tooted.
like.
Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
so me. Hello and welcome.
Hello, hello. I know I don't do these on my channel.
Yeah, she's totally doing it as a favor to our nerd fandom because YouTube is on some shits and shenanigans with my channel right now.
Yes, yes, yes. It's
So
a lot
fingers
easier
crossed
for
for me,
me.
y'all.
It's a lot easier for
Because
me to
yeah,
interact with her chat than mine because I'm always worried about all the people in
yeah,
that
because
room typing.
you actually
So
got to do work now.
come on, I can't just sit here and be like, "Oh, I'm thirsty. Let me eat this sandwich." I got to sit here and pay attention. Y'all making me work.
Yeah, you know what? I think there is a way to finagle it, but we can do that off stream. I think you just have to add me on, and then I would have the controls too. So if you want to take a break, you could, because who knows how long this thing's gonna last. Worst case scenario, it's gonna be 3 months before I can stream again. So
That's
we might be here a
ridiculous.
lot,
I'm like,
y'all.
why? I thought
It's
about that. Like that strike is 3 months.
yeah, and also just so you guys are informed, I'm saying that because when you get a copyright strike, the people don't even really have to give a real reason to YouTube. They just claim it. And it's some random bogus company that we looked up that just gives false claims out. The live stream was literally me, Meeks, and 3 other ladies talking about the Wheel of Time, just like this. Nothing copyrightable, but they apparently decided to try for whatever nonsense. And I'm not even monetized, so I don't know what money they think they're gonna get.
I don't know. That's funny. That's
It's,
real funny.
it's really absurd. It's so
That's
absurd and annoying.
chuckleizations. But
Seriously. So yeah.
So yeah, so when we
So,
got back to it, we just immediately knew we weren't where we were supposed to be, and we also got to see the why we weren't where we were supposed to be because he kept flipping and was it time slipping? I call all
time slipping. Yeah, that's what they call it. Time slipping. Yep.
I was like time glitching, flipping, twitching.
I mean, all of the above, for real.
All of the above, and so he was going.
The shit looks painful.
It does. It really looks like his spaghettification in the black hole that they describe.
Yeah, and that's like almost real world science because from what our calculations are, if you get sucked into a black hole, you're literally going to be
string cheese.
It's like the Wheel of Time, how the chick folded that bitch up like a pretzel in that one scene. Like that's basically what happens to you in a black hole if you get sucked in. So yeah, I don't envy him that at all.
Pretty much.
Basically Spider-Verse, because that reminds me, I still need to watch part 2. Shit. Let me put that on the list.
So he was pretty much time slipping between the correct timeline. Would you consider is that the main branch?
See, I don't remember which episode it was, but I do remember hearing something in the background, or maybe it was something they showed on the screen. Yeah, I think it was in the end credits where they had something that said like specific to 616, and 616 is the Marvel comics that the MCU is following right now. So yeah, he was probably in Earth, I don't know, 2091, maybe, in some other variation where it looks similar, but there are things that are not the same. And it turned out for him, he almost got in the one where he time slipped into. So it's a good thing that he was able to like retreat out of there, even though he didn't do it on purpose. He was really just ripped through time again.
Yeah, honestly, he was just bouncing back and forth. I felt so bad for Casey in both of them because Casey was getting the shit scared out of him no matter what.
Poor Casey did not know what was going down.
Poor Casey was just trying to do his job and work. I feel him. He was just trying to sit here and mind his business.
You know what made me mad about that first scene where Casey came in though? And it's because, I don't know if you guys, I don't know if like chalkboards are even a thing in schools anymore, but when you be cleaning the chalkboard, trying to help your teacher out for whatever in your classroom, and then some random person just comes up and starts scribbling some bullshit again.
I'd be so pissed.
To fuck with you. My man's Casey had the floor almost done, had a little buffer going on. It looked nice and shiny. Then here come Loki busting up shit
with a truck,
broken every damn where.
A la Fifth Element.
Like exactly, you're right.
Fifth Element.
Look, big bada boom.
I immediately made that. I was like, oh my gosh, look at that. It's like Fifth Element up in here. Oh man, classic.
Seriously.
And then he time jumped back to wait. He was in the past, and he time jumped back to the future, which was the present, his current. I think.
Here's the thing with that. I don't know that it was just a time slip because it's no. I guess it would just be time because of the thing that happened with OB, the future conversation in the past. So yeah, the branches sometimes they're either like just different spots in time, or it could be in somewhere in the multiverse that's in that exact moment of time, but a different universe. So you got to watch for the cues on that one. Sometimes.
Yeah, I think this one with Loki at the TVA, it's the same timeline, but he's jumping in different times because, you know, time in TVA moves differently. So we saw Casey cleaning the floor. And forth. And then in the future, our present, he was kind of like a supervisor. So he worked his way up from cleaning the floor.
Right.
So
there's one of the homies. Phil H was good. Thanks for coming over.
Hello.
Appreciate that.
So yeah, and this is all before we even see. I think he time slips twice before we actually see him run into Mobius.
Morbius, yeah.
And then poor guy, his chest was like, you don't know me. His chest was so like,
right, you my friend. What you mean you don't know me? Like we was just
you my birthday.
Really? Like he was so sad. Like, and I don't mean to laugh at his sadness, but he was so distraught in that moment. But I can't blame him for that reaction at all because
and then the music in the background was like
shit. Right.
Like, why are you doing that to us?
Right. They took his theme and set it to the tiny sad violins.
Come on.
Yeah, like we didn't need that. Marvel. Come on, Feige. Don't be in our emotionals like that.
But he was jumping around the entire episode, and nothing tickled me more when OB showed up. I don't know what it is about this man. I don't know. He just makes me feel so good inside. He makes me feel so real good. My question is, could the time slipping be due to him being a variant? And if that's the case, how long before it happens to Gamora, if it happens to her at all? Bruh.
You know, that is a very interesting thing to think about. I appreciate where your nerd brain is at. Lady Love, I appreciate that a lot. For Gamora, the one thing I think that keeps her from doing this type of time slipping is that other version of her that we knew is completely dead. We know that she's not coming back. We saw the body, they had the funeral and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
this
so kind of like
from what we've seen.
Okay.
Yeah, from what we've seen though. None of those previous Lokis are dead except for one, which was the older Loki. And we saw him get taken out. But all the other ones, they're just banished there at the end of time. So I think because all of them are still there, they could at any point in time still occupy that same time and space if they try to. But it would skew because you can't have the same thing taking up the exact same matter mass in the same time frame because that shit is like universe ripping. If that makes sense. And I think it has something to do with that. That's why he's time slimming. But I don't think we'll see Gamora have this problem at all.
Well, also you gotta think about it at the end of the episode when he gets the pruned. The solution to the situations was pruning him out of this particular timeline so that he can be pulled and exist where he is.
It caps him. It caps that version of him at least, and then pulls it directly to the present where it should. Okay, listen. Be like that. You know what? Yo, listen. There are so many theories. Like, matter of fact, if y'all want to hear some really good random tinfoil, head over to the homie DJ11's channel too, because we be talking about Loki over there also. And DJ is always quick to spit out some random crazy.
Yeah, I have to steal all your links and put them in this video when I'm done.
Yes, yeah, I got you. I can email them to you as soon as we get off. Yeah, just let me know.
Because I'm like, listen, that's cute, and you're right. And you're right. Goonies never say die.
Yo, correct. Son, seriously, the amount. See, and I know a lot of people when they see that actor, they automatically want to call him Short Round. And I love that character too, but no, he will always be Data.
I always call him Data. I was like, look at Data's dating in the basement.
Like, exactly. Like, dude, when Everything Everywhere All at Once came out, I was like, motherfucking Data, where the hell have you been, bruh?
Like, really?
Because, like, that was our childhood, the Goonies. That was our childhood. And, like, you know how many fucking Goonies adventures fake Goonie adventures me and my cousins went on? And, like, and you know Daphne. So, and Tanisha. So, you know how ridiculous we can get. The dramatics be extra.
Listen. We didn't play Goonies because we don't do that. That was too much adventures. They was going outside in the lake under the rocks. I don't want to.
Hold on, no, I didn't say nothing about a lake. No.
No, I'm just saying that's the type of adventures. I didn't even want to pretend to do that. That's not my pretend. My pretend is to sit here.
I mean, you know what? Because I am a book lover and reader just like you are. I understand that sentiment. I do. Listen. But every now and then we like to venture outside on some fake random shit in the backyard whenever we could. So yeah.
Yuck.
I get it. Yeah, Meeks don't like the outside, y'all.
I don't do outside.
I haven't figured that out.
I don't do outside. I tell you all the time, I don't do outside. I stay inside.
For real, in my older age, I don't do outside either. Like, I don't really even like humans like that. I mean, like, Meeks is cool. Like, y'all are here. Y'all are cool too. But the rest of them, we don't need to include them.
Come on.
Meeks like now. Right. Yeah, exactly. That is exactly right.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And you know, bugs. No, and you don't even question her about germs. Absolutely question her about germs. This is that one friend that's such a germaphobe that when it comes to going to the movies, if she can't literally just get every seat in the house, she ain't going.
I hate it. I hate that couldn't.
And I'm not making that up.
They stopped movie rentals. That's why I haven't really seen. I still haven't seen Guardian of the Galaxy 3 because I was like, I want to rent the theater. I still haven't seen it. I know it's going to be sad to hurt my feelings, so I'm really delaying it.
No, we are going to have to pick a day.
Listen, it's not going to happen.
The scary movie things, we're going to have to pick a day.
I'm telling you, it's not going to happen because I don't want to see her be sad. I know I'm going to be sad. I know I'll be sad.
You'll be sad for maybe this much.
I don't
spray sanitizer. I mean, I carry spray sanitizer. You should too, Phil. What you mean?
I don't go anywhere where I need it. I go to work and home. See, be prepared to cry. I don't want to. I don't want it. That's why I avoided it. Like the Barbie movie. I still haven't seen it because I don't want to cry.
Wait. There's crying involved with the Barbie movie?
Yes, there is soberizations. I don't want that. I don't need it. Mm-hmm.
Look here. Okay. Can I do a real quick public service announcement though on that string since I have that information now? Mattel, Hasbro, can y'all stop with these random ridiculous shenanigans with your toy lines coming into movies and making people cry? That's not what we want to see from our childhood heroes. Okay, stop it.
Listen, it's cute.
Right? If there's a Barbie part 2, because I heard part 1 was fire. I have not seen it yet. But if there is a part 2, can we not do any of that?
No,
and also definitely. That bullshit that y'all tried to call a gem movie that back a couple of years ago, don't do that ever again. Please.
They did one?
I mean, it's questionable. Technically on the books they did a gem movie, but it's questionable in my opinion. And if you were a gem fan like I was a gem fan back in the 80s,
that shit. I skipped over that. I was really excited and then I saw the trailer and I went,
you know what? I didn't even have to. Exactly.
I remember seeing that and thinking, and I was
matter of fact, we will drink to the actual real gem. Toast. Y'all got some drinks? Toss it up.
Toss it.
Kudos to Gem and the holograms. If her hair wasn't pink, it doesn't count. You know what? That I feel like that's facts.
Listen, this one, everybody was sobbing. We didn't make it past the silent credits.
Oh, Wakanda forever.
That's the
like I'm
last
about
time
to tear up right now.
I
Just
ugly
think about
cried
Wakanda Forever.
in the theater. My brother was crying. I was crying. My friend was crying. Her husband was crying. People in front of us was crying. People behind us was crying.
Ugh,
I'm just like, here the little kids be like,
not
Daddy, he's my favorite. I'm like, kids, shut up.
not even 5 minutes into the movie, y'all. Oh, damn it. That
It's
give me a
real.
second.
I've watched it
Wait,
once
no.
and never again. Never again.
It's even a little more real for
Never.
me. And my voice is quivering a little bit now. I apologize for that, y'all, but that was the last time I went to the movie theater with my little brother.
Wow.
And we had to say goodbye to my little brother a few months ago. He lost his battle with cancer, and yeah, that's where that was at. So there's a lot of layers and reasons why I do love Wakanda Forever, not just even on the strength of Chadwick, but that was the last like really awesome group outing that I had with my little brother, and I still miss him. He was kind of awesome.
I miss him. That's why I guess I'm never watching that again.
Cheers to you, Lily. Okay. Put that shit away. I'm thug in these streets. Let's get back to this.
Friend, she called me crying out of the movie from Barbie. She was looking at me, and I was like, "Are you talking to me?" I'm like, "Girl,
Thank you, Rims. I appreciate that. I really do." What if the snort? So, look here, Phil, get the fuck out of my mind space, okay? Didn't nobody tell you could come for a visit tonight? I have always had the theory that the Snorks and the Smurfs absolutely were in the same universe, and they should have been friends. Hell, fuck them and the Littles. For and that's really telling my age for those y'all if you know what the Littles are. And what was my boy's name? David the Gnome?
Yeah, everybody know David the Gnome.
That shit?
His name is not even David the Gnome. We call him David the Gnome. I don't know how you would spell that. But his name is David the Gnome.
Nickelodeon used to be fire back in the day.
It used to be.
Okay, enough of memory lane though. Let's get back.
We're still on episode 1.
This is what happens when we talk about a damn show that has to do with time. Because not only are we talking about Loki's shenanigans through time, but we always have to have that remembrance of our fuck shit through time.
We don't do nothing in straight time. Nothing. We haven't even gotten to the point where Loki had jumped back in time to listen to the tape. The whatever was that called? Tape? What was it called? A record?
Film. Shout out Original Burgundy. Yes, I appreciate that.
Listen,
some of the theme songs was bops too, man.
I have a playlist of it on Spotify. It's Join the Jam.
Gummy bears.
Yes, that's the Disney in the afternoon. Yes, spin it, bear grinning when you're in it because you win it. You always win it for a minute when you spin it.
Muppet Babies.
Yes, auto recording. That's what it's called because it was like a little.
Yes,
I kept thinking film, but it was definitely an audio recording of Kang talking to
Ravonna. Yep.
Like,
Also, see, can I get your opinion on that? Wait, hold on.
No, go ahead.
When did Mr. Townley didn't come in until episode 3, so never mind. I'll save that question. Yeah,
I'm thinking that Ravonna could be a Kang variant at this point.
I feel, excuse me, sorry y'all, I just ate dinner really quickly before we jumped on. I feel like you are correct in that situation. I didn't go back and watch our old streams, but I'm fairly certain it was either me or DJ thought that Ravonna was either a Kang variant or that Miss Minutes in some way, shape, or form was a Kang variant. And also Morbius is actually a Loki variant that did work out and was successfully brought into the TVA to cap him and all the chaos he could take. But again, tinfoil, y'all.
when did this
Tinfoil.
conversation happen? It was a piece of it that we heard in episode 1 when Loki had time
Yes.
slipped back into the boardroom.
Yeah. In the boardroom, he was in there by himself,
It was
and
just
the
like a bunch of
recording
Kang
was
on the wall.
playing on the wall. Yeah.
He pushed it, he started it, and it was like, you may be one of my greatest marvels. And then he rewinded it, and you could hear how you could hear who he was talking to, because before you couldn't hear anything. And then he said the whole sentence, and it was Ravonna he was talking to. And then he time slipped back to where everybody was in the boardroom or the little meeting room talking about what the hell's going on.
And yeah, actually, let me make another note of that, because that is something that I actually want to talk about specifically once we get to Timely. So,
but I think
continue with episode 1. Let me write this down before I forget again.
But I think with Kang, he is like, I know better. That's what I think. I think Kang is like, you know what? This was cute and all, but I know better. I can only trust me, and possibly Miss Minutes, because I made her. But I can only trust me for sure. I don't trust you. So right now, I think that is what they were trying to do.
At that point in time, yes, because we didn't get the espionage of some characters until episode 3, which is another good thing I think we're going to touch on. But yeah, they were laying a lot of breadcrumbs for things to be brought up and worked out in season 2, and they have hit the ground running.
They did.
I really enjoyed, a lot of what was in episode 1. And also, let's give this character some shine, because this character is responsible for my tag name in this stream. Lysa Timely is a damn menace. And if you don't get that reference, there's this character that was named Lysa Tully. I will never call her Lysa Arryn, because no. There's a character on Game of Thrones that was named Lysa Tully, and she was in all of the shits and shenanigans and allowing herself to be brainwashed by Peter motherfucking Baelish with his little finger ass. And it was all the tomfoolery in how she was played and allowed herself to be murdered in that show. And now that same actress
doing the same thing,
who is a really an awesome, cool person. Actually, she was on a live stream that my homie Tony Teflon did when Game of Thrones ended. So go check out his channel and see that stream. Now we're here. What is her name? Docs? General Docs. She is the general of the TVA army, I guess we could call
police force.
And she is out here doing the fucking most. No matter the shits and shenanigans, you have multiple people coming in here
and she being weird
that there's some nonsense going on with all these branches. Do we need to prune those branches anymore? Maybe, possibly, but what you need to know first is there are real people on these timelines.
Girl, we don't care about the people.
Lives at stake.
She's like, we're going to prune today.
You motherfuckers don't even know who the hell you are. You're all fucking variants too. But we're just ignoring that shit because we have to stick to the protocol. Girl.
She was like, today is Tuesday and today we pruning. It's time to get this lawn together. Bitch, winter is coming. We got to get these lawns right.
Before we continue coming to the stage, we got to introduce y'all to Lady Diligence over here, the Black Wildling.
Come on.
In the flesh. Black Wildling.
Absolutely.
Hi, guys.
Girl, we still on episode 1. We trash.
Weird. Yo, what the fuck is up? What the hell is up with Docs and X5?
Weird. Yucky.
My tinfoil theory
Yucky.
is somehow Docs has her memories also, and she knows that X5 is her son. And I think he has his.
That was a son bomb?
I was trying to keep it kosher. Meeks.
Dead ass. Right there.
You know what? Look. Yeah. Always with the fuckery.
I'm with her being a Sylvie variant. I am.
Yes.
I'm with her being a Sylvie variant. I at first, like when New Rock started saying it, I was like, man, y'all don't even know, because like it hasn't even come out yet. But as soon as we met Docs and I heard that accent, I was like, okay, so how many accents sound like that do we have in the TV or in the show, period? We have Loki, we have Sylvie, and now we have you. And it just, you know what I'm saying, similar height, similar build. And I hear what you're saying, where it's like, yo, we gonna prune today, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I was so annoyed at B15 for not wanting to prune the branches. I'm gonna be honest with you. People are gonna be like, Brittany, really listen. Hey, it is what it is. Like, I'm a pragmatist, and all I know is I want to live. And if I'm going to live, like, the timeline has to be intact. And the only way
that's true.
If you all die. So I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean?
But if they could fix it, would you still think that way? Like, if they could just like expand what they wanted to do? No, I'm saying, like, if they could expand it, you would be like, okay, everybody can, the lines can line.
If we could expand it, then we wouldn't have the problem, right?
You'd be like, okay, it's fine, but since there's a problem here, it's affecting me and mine, I'm gonna need you to sit down.
But it's not even about affecting me and mine. It's really affecting everyone who is alive, like, you know, in this entire universe. Right. So if you let all of these branches branch out because everybody wants to do whatever they want, that's great. You get to chill out. We know what incursions look like. You guys have seen What If. We've seen what Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
We've seen What If. They have not, though. That's what that's my only like real drawback there is they're operating without having all the information. Like, we know what's coming with the excursions, but I don't think they do. But then again,
I don't think that's true.
Docs might.
If Docs is Sylvie, then she does have the information. 1 and 2, or Boris, his memory has not been wiped, and they have blast shields on the PTA. Like,
yeah, I absolutely agree with Obi. Yeah, Obi's memory definitely has never been wiped. He remembers everything.
And we see in real quick when Loki shows up, whatever TVA he's in, they're having a meltdown at that time. They got happening. Like, it's happening. It's happened before. Like, bruh, kill them all. I'm sorry, bad Harris. Burn them all.
Okay, wait, hold on, real quick, just to address what the man Phil H here is saying. I wouldn't say that Morbius is a Thor variant, but it's interesting how that could work out if they decided to weave that into the show. I think Morbius is a Loki variant. And what was I gonna say just now? Damn it! Who did you say the Sylvie variant was? Docs. Yeah, I think that very much makes sense because Morbius, you know, they've been trying to curb Loki for how long throughout all the many timelines. The most they could do was kick him to the end of time, except for maybe this one that they were able to get under control. And then with Docs, it's the same thing. She was another, you know, branch variant of Loki, but because if you read the comics, you know, Loki does switch between sexes all the time. So somehow maybe they separated both of his whole body. They separated his female persona from his male persona. So we have Morbius in the TVA. They were able to curb him. We have Docs in the TVA. They were able to curb her. So it makes sense that they would actually be doing the things we're doing. And Docs specifically says we need to find out what happened at the end of time because this is all Sylvie's fault. We need to find out exactly what she did and why it happened. Why are you just automatically blaming Sylvie?
Well, because I know that we don't know yet. You got to think about it. They're over here setting Loki's at the end of time, but they're getting They're getting Sylvie the hell out of here. They're getting her the hell out of here. Loki can sit. You got a bunch of Lokis over here, but Sylvie, she got to go permanently. So they've been yoinking her ass up and out. But this here, it's not because they growing back, as we saw in episode 3.
Yeah.
You would have to be repeatedly doing it.
and it's not even episode 3. If you've watched some previous Marvel properties, we already know the incursions are coming. You know, what's his name? Reed Richards. He already told us that in Doctor Strange 2. We just haven't gotten to that point in the timeline yet.
Yeah. So. It's sad. We're still on episode 1. We're never gonna make it.
So
No,
shits and shenanigans.
We literally just got over talking about Loki hearing the audio recording in the. When I tell you, we still here.
The boardroom.
For you guys, okay? Because I haven't seen anyone put this up in a video, and I should just do a video on it. But I'm like, what? So what the hell is up with the 5 different Kangs on the wall? Did y'all notice it was 5?
Yes.
Okay. This that right there.
In the middle, and then 4 different Conqueror Kangs. You can see that he has on the same shirt and the shawl that he who had remains. He's in the middle, and then there's 4 Conqueror Kangs with different noses, different lips, different headpieces. Like, who is this? A council of Kangs? Like,
wasn't there 4 pillars or 3 pillars?
I can tell you the 3 strongest ones. There's I guess he who remains. What would count as that Kang, the Conqueror that was in Ant-Man, that would count as another. I don't remember the futuristic Kang's actual title, but there is
Scarlet Centurion.
The Centurion. And what's it? The dude that was Ramatut.
And Immortus.
And those I think are, because those are like the big Kangs, the most powerful, the most dangerous in the timelines. That's who all them are, I think.
But there's 4. There's 4 of the Conquerors, and he who not remains is in the middle. There's 5 faces. In the middle. Let me find the picture so you can see what I'm saying. Right?
Yeah, Scarlet Centurion, Demarcus, Damaris. Thank you.
That?
What is what?
I'm like, yo, what is with that? Like,
hold on a second.
Because the Council of Kangs is a thing from the comics, and they basically showed us that at the end of
hello.
What was it? It was at the end of Ant-Man.
I saw the council, but what I'm trying, why are they in Loki? Why are they in Loki? If he who remains is the only one, whatever, why are there 5 faces on that wall in the TVA and they're all different? Why?
Because they were part of the original council. I think that see, to really get into that, we would have to skip to episode 3, and I don't want to do that just yet. So let's put a pin in that.
Before we put a pin in that question, at the end of season 1, when they went to the end of time, were there 4 pillars in his area, or were there 3?
3.
There's just 3?
3. There were 3, and one of them was smashed.
And one broken one.
See, I always thought there was 4. Ruined my theory. I was like, I could have sworn it was 4. That if we would go back, we could see, because the pillars were drawn on, like they were like kind of peopleized, so you could go back and see who's actually on them to match them to who's in the picture.
Let's check it out.
Because I would say the 3 that are in there are probably the big 3 that we saw.
Oh, this is even better
in the Council of Kangs.
This is an even better picture. Wait a minute.
Yeah, toss that up.
I have no idea how to toss that up.
Click on present at the bottom. And then you'll be able to choose which window you want to show.
Okay. Meeks, 4.
Where, what?
There's 4.
Okay, so there are 4. So then there were 3 that we could see facing, and then one of them was broken. The 4th one was broken.
I'm going to send you a screenshot right now. Give me a second.
Okay, you said go to the distant present and then the slide. No, share screen.
Right? Then pick whichever one you want, and then hit like okay, and then at the bottom you should see like me, Meeks, you, and an extra one. There you go.
See, this is the ones, and I was looking to make sure they're all different, and they are.
Yes,
because this one has a front. They are. Yeah, this one has different ones. Yeah,
and the one in the middle, he's the only one that does not have the helmet of Kang the Conqueror. He is the He Who Remains. He has the shawl with the white shirt situation. And then here,
that's exactly what I was about to say. It's He Who Remains, or it is possible that it could be another him, because He Who Remains, his hair is different than this one in the middle.
So here,
This one looks like he has like that the old school wig that like George Washington and them was rocking back in the day. Like barristers in England, I believe, still wear that type of wig.
It looks to me like they just don't know how to draw black people hair.
Come on.
Same. It does. Because if you look at the helmets, if you put that helmet around like where his front is, it's the same hair texture, like shape.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's a wig. I think that's just them being failures.
You could be right. You could be right. But one thing I will point out to note just real quick, and I won't jump ahead after this, but none of those are Victor Timely.
No, I don't think any of those are Victor Timely. No.
I don't think he happens until after shenanigan. Right?
I don't think he's gonna make it that far.
No.
Wait, did we lose B or did she go on?
I think we lost her. Yeah.
I'm sure she'll refresh and she'll be back. Hey, Helena. Could OB be a Kang variant? There is something up with OB. I don't think he's a Kang variant, but there's he's definitely hella sus. There's something going on with him. I don't know what it is exactly yet, though. It is very fitting though that he just came off of a hit movie that had to deal with running through time, though. So I appreciate that.
See, Phil said the masks are different. I'm looking at them and I think they are different.
No, they are. Bring it back up. Bring it back up. Because and I'm going off of mainly comic book knowledge here. There are always different variations of this because let's go to the top. Very far left. Go to the very far left.
This one?
That top stripe, yes, that one. The stripe that's coming down where your mouse was just now. And then you look across his forehead. There's a different part of armor that's over, like right at the baseline of his hairline.
This here.
And then the next one, that part is open, but the covering over his jawbone there is a little bit different than the first one.
Yeah, and
the one that's in the middle. Yeah, the one that's in the middle doesn't even look like he's wearing armor.
He's not. He got on the road though.
He has on the road. So I think that possibly might be the Morbius version of him. The one on the side of that actually looks very reminiscent of the one that we saw in.
I don't think this has anything to do with the Morbius version. I think the one in the middle is definitely the one who's at the end who made it.
No. I'm not saying Morbius as in Owen Wilson Morbius.
Oh, you're okay.
I'm talking in the Council of Kangs, one of the big three, the one that had on that huge elaborate robe with the hat. That's Immortus. Sorry, I was saying the name wrong. Immortus, that's his name.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, these are all different. This one comes up all the way. And all these people, I feel like he eventually snuffed them out because they was doing something.
Yep.
He was like, and they snatched him.
I mean, right, and he basically told us that he already gave us the blueprint. He said, "Yo, you know what? These ones that I know y'all think I'm horrible, but there's a whole lot of other me's out there that y'all don't want to fuck with. I didn't even want to fuck with them. That's why I killed them."
Does anybody know? Well, hold on. Did you know what the Egyptian Kang looked like? Like what his
Ramesses? Like? Yeah, he's in full Egyptian gear. He looks like he's wearing like Ramesses II's headdress. Yeah, he's not one of these five, which is very interesting that he's not one of these five because that makes me think that this is before the Kang that becomes him is in existence, and that Kang is Iron Lad, if I remember correctly. And if you don't know who Iron Lad is, little preview hint: Iron Lad is related to Reed Richards, which is why it's such a big deal that Kang, and now we know we're getting the Fantastic Four, is coming into play.
So we're definitely seeing Rama-Soon.
I think we are definitely going to see Rama-Soon. He's one of the big three.
We already saw him at the end of Quantumania, and then they teased him in episode 3 when he was running through the fair. And then I think that because Rama-Tut is one of those Rama-Tut from the comics anyway, it seems like Rama-Tut is one of those things that every Kang goes through.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it's static. Yeah, you can't avoid him
at some point because you discover time travel. This is what you do.
And he run up on you.
Handed to you by Apocalypse, and then you come back and you're timely, right? And so, like, I think that we're definitely gonna get him for sure. Also, I don't know what happened.
To what Damaris is saying here, I think you are very spot on with that. And let's remember that the old Avengers building was still up for sale. And there, a lot of people are thinking it's going to be Roxxon Corp that moves into there, but I think it's a very high probability that it'll be Kang's company that moves into that. So there's a lot of stuff going on. And yes, you're right. Rama Tut was defeated by the Fantastic Four, but that was we're not going to see that until they actually bring Fantastic Four in. It's going to be like some timeline shenanigans once they get here.
That's going to be far away.
There's so much to dissect. Like, and I'm gonna cap myself there, because just talking about Kang alone, we literally could be here for the next 4 hours, but we don't have that kind of time because it's a work night.
Y'all see that?
So, see what we got here.
Yeah, see, I know I saw 4.
Yeah,
there's 4.
Right. Yeah. The fourth one is busted.
So your theory, Meeks, like, hit us with your theory. How do these 4 connect to the 5 that we see on the wall?
I have to see, but I think that at a certain point, Kang is going to run into somebody who'll be like, you know what? It's better to keep you here for now as opposed to get rid of you, because it's going to be some effort and some shit that I don't have time to deal with right now. So let's get together. Let's, because he don't like partnerships. So of course he's going to put himself at the head of the table. Like, I don't trust none of y'all, and none of y'all trust me, because that's how we are. Nobody likes partnerships. So we're going to work together until we can't anymore.
Until we can't.
So I kill you.
Yeah. And that one with the first one.
Yep.
Yeah. That one right there. Yeah. First one gone.
And you know what? I think that first one could very likely be Victor Timely.
Because I'm like,
because if you listen to the voice that was on that recording, that voice is not Victor Timely. Victor Timely has a very pronounced stutter. And I think we will be able to tell if it was him or not. Which, again, kudos to Jonathan Majors for the way he's played these characters, because he has hit it out of the park, beat for beat, on every last one of them. Everyone has a different cadence in their voice. Everyone has a different walk, has a different even style of dress. He is playing Kang to the fullest, and I love it. It's literally ripped right out of the comics. He's doing a great job there.
Yeah, like, we're never gonna get to episode 2.
The lies you tell. Do we look like George R.R. Martin to you? No, okay, yes. We don't do that.
Yes, we do.
No, we just lied to yourself. We have not been sweet summer children for a very long time.
You just lied to yourself.
So no, we will finish our stories in the stream.
What else is there in episode 1?
Ouroboros.
Yes, my baby.
Yes, OB. The freaking time slip conversation that was so happening was genius.
It was so
absolute genius. That is, Doctor Who would be proud of how they handled time travel in that episode.
Because
I'm always of a mind to think that people shouldn't do anything time travel without consulting Doctor Who, or like Meek said, we were covering Lovecraft Country without consulting Dr. Hippolyta on what you want to do with your time slips. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's been great. I think they're handling it very appropriately. And that conversation with OB, where he's like, well, I mean, time slipping, that's not possible in the TVA. But yeah, you just saw him do it. I know. I'm having a real hard time reconciling.
Yes.
And he's so, the way that he is just so nonchalant about everything, even when he's panicking like Chicken Little, we're all gonna die. He still seems like the coolest motherfucker in the room.
He's like, yeah, but we're all gonna die.
He's panicking, but he's not panicking. Like, kudos to that actor, man. I'm so stoked that Data is back in such a full form.
I just need to know. I just need confirmation of who he is, because he is not normal. He's not normal. He's not a regular person. He's somebody big, because you've been there for how long, and your mind has never been wiped. You remember everything.
You know,
I think you need him to. I had a theory about it, and I didn't get to it. But episode 3, I was like, no, absolutely, this is what if you have like a
have a
power
theory.
station or anything like that, he's a fail safe. I feel like he's a fail safe. And because as long as you have, or as long as Ouroboros exists, Ouroboros created that manual. And as long as you have that manual, you can restart the TVA.
Can I tell you why I think that
you can always
that manual was created? Because there are some things in time, in all timelines across the multiverse, that are static. Some things that have to happen, and also some beings that are not multiples in the multiverse. In all of them, they can appear in every last one of those verses, but it's always still the same being. There's only one. And my tinfoil theory, where OB is concerned, is he is the one above all. And if you don't know who that character is, that's basically God. We have a lot of Norse gods and all that stuff, but there's one guy that's over everything, and he's only been in the comics because he's such a powerful character. They have to cap him all the time. There's only been like 3 or 4 instances where he's shown up physically in the comics, but everyone knows about this guy because he's that powerful. He's if the Living Tribunal, y'all know how powerful he is. If the Living Tribunal came in and did a ruling, it would take the one above all to come by and disrupt that ruling or dismiss it and change things if it needed to be changed.
Agreed.
And I feel like OB fits that bill because, one, again, he's in the TVA and he's kept all of his memories. There's only arguably maybe 1 or 2 others that were allowed to keep their memories. Why is OB the only one that's working down there supposedly? He is the tech support for an organization as large as the TVA. How are you the only one working down there? And he says, I can't stop because then the work orders will build up. So I got to make sure that everything gets done as it comes in. So, no sleep. Okay, so you don't need to sleep. It doesn't look like he has time to stop and eat. So what are you that you have all this limitless energy to be doing these things?
No one in the TVA sleeps, and it is unnecessary for them to eat. Loki dropped a short. Loki and McDonald's dropped a bunch of little shorts about the TVA. Shameless plug. I put them all together on my channel, and I'll put a link in there so you can click them and read them or whatever. And they're basically little animated excerpts out of the TVA handbook, and it explains the 17-minute break and how you get tokens for the break and how the break is completely and totally unnecessary. None of them sleep. And if you're going to take tokens to go to the gym, for example, or take a shower, then you're not going to use it for rest or sleep or food because you only get 1 token a day. And so just throwing it out there,
interesting.
None of them sleep. None of them have to eat. And I think that's why you see the food, the cafeteria at the very bottom where he is, right? And they're only selling what they're selling. Like you see you know what I'm saying? Like
it's a whole room of key lime pie.
Yeah, nobody goes in there. Nobody goes see COB.
You don't have to.
Why key lime pie?
I don't know, because that's nasty.
The key lime pie, I don't know, but I do think like I've been in tech for a while, since 2009. Don't do the math because then you'll figure out how old I am. And what I can say is that like when you're looking at like engineers, whatever the engineering teams that are developing products, as well as like the IT and all those people who are maintaining or whatever, you basically do keep them in a dungeon or sequestered away from
that's where I work right now, in a room. People are like, oh my gosh, you guys are in here? Yeah.
Like
during COVID, they turned off the water. They didn't fill the snack rooms. I'm like, hey, we're still in here. We need some tissue.
That's tech support. And I'm not saying that's right, but that is tech support.
No, you're correct.
For whatever reason, the TVA seems to be structured like an American company. Like you don't even hear people with other accents. We're protecting the entire universe, but we don't see any alien TVA agents. Like all of these things, right? It's basically an American company. And so when I look at that, it's like you are basically a fail-safe and the equivalent of like the server room or the Colos from back in the day. No, seriously, right? You have all of this information. You're incredibly important to the organization for its running, but no one comes to see you for anything unless they need
something is broke. Like, girl, you are describing my job. I'm gonna log off.
It's not even if something is broke where OB is concerned. He gets work orders, but no one goes in there to see him unless some shit is going down that has some shit going down.
Then he said the last time he saw somebody was
his last visitor was 400 years ago.
And yet they all know he exists. We have proof that they know he exists because of Casey.
Casey is the biggest fanboy.
I basically memorized.
I have your book.
People
I have a question
of him. They know he's there.
Here's the thing though with that. It may be a small thing, I may be overthinking it, but if you're a super fanboy or fangirl about any artist in particular, as soon as you lay eyes on them, it doesn't matter what else is going on around you, you're going to recognize them immediately. Why did it take Casey so long to recognize who OB was?
Because OB aged. When you look at the picture of OB in there,
he didn't age that much.
Yes, he did. And I can prove when you go back to that episode.
Not enough to look different.
He did. I'm telling you, he wears glasses now. His face is slimmer. And then if you look at OB when Loki last saw him, right? And then when he came back to the future, like whatever the present is, where we see OB now, even OB's uniform is different. It's faded now. His hair is messed up. He wears glasses. He's skinnier. He's more gaunt. Like, look at he's actually aged.
He still resembled the same person to me though.
To me, he was like,
that's what I'm saying. He didn't look different enough to me that I would not recognize.
Ma'am, we've had white people completely forget who we are when we change our hair.
Hello.
Phil just dropped that. Wait a minute.
Where?
Casey never met. He never met OB. Okay, I get that. But I've never met Janet Jackson. I guarantee you, if I walked outside now and saw Janet walking down my block, I would know who the fuck she was.
But that's us. You got to think about it to like the regular. I told you, when you change your hair and go into work, they're going to be like, I had a lady didn't speak to me for 2 weeks because I went from having a fro to having braids. And she was like, I thought you were a new person. I was like, bitch, how? My face didn't change. My hair did.
I guess that's why, like, in my mind, it's not clicking because I would have still recognized them. But maybe there is something weird where people don't always
don't Google pictures of OB.
No, I got one. I got a better
because I see 5 or 6 and I'm like, girl, is that him? Where did this happen? You know what? I'm done.
Who is this?
Okay, no, put it up.
No, because I think it's spoilers.
No, who is it? AK, who is this? This picture of this person. Who is this?
I know who that is.
Don't say anything. Who is that, AK? You know who Janet Jackson is. Who is this?
If this is one person, who is that? That's not Janet Jackson.
No, but who is it?
This person is bigger than Janet Jackson. So
I know who it is. I know who this is.
Do you have a bigger picture you can put up?
No. I'm sorry. This is all they got. This is Google doing this to me. Is that better? Yeah,
that's better. I believe in you.
It's better.
I believe. Don't
Google. Don't Google.
Okay, no.
You know,
she looks like she's from the 50s or 60s swing era.
That is Cher.
That was before she had surgeries. Are you saying
that? But it's still Cher.
So it's still Cher, right? And so
no, I understand it's still Cher, but she has not had any of the surgeries that she has.
You can tell it's Cher from her nose and her eyes.
I was a child, when I was a child until now, Cher has looked the same. She's sipping on that same damn vampire juice that Angela Bassett is.
But this to me looks like Cher.
It's to me, I'm like, this looks like Cher. All she doesn't have she doesn't have the filler in her cheeks and her lips. For the most part, it looks like wide.
And her nose is straight.
She has had a nose job.
But at the same time, for somebody who knew Cher back in the 60s or whatever, right? They would know Cher walking down the street. But if you just saw a picture of Cher, this picture, and they put this picture in the TVA handbook, and then we saw Cher, you would be like, who the hell is that?
Casey, I don't think his face has changed enough. I guess maybe that's my disconnect.
That's what I was trying to find. I don't think his face
has changed enough because Casey said he has read that book and looked at that picture so many times. He nearly has the whole book memorized. It's all because of what that handbook is. It's almost like him saying he has the full Bible memorized.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's where the disconnect for me is. How would you not know what this person looked like?
They got a TVA
I mean, and people's faces do change, so I will acquiesce to that.
It's cute. Sure. I want to buy it. What are you
looking at?
I was trying to find the TVA.
Can you share with the class?
It's in here. I don't want to put it up because Disney might be Disneying because it's from their shop. So I'm gonna stick it in the. I don't trust them.
Okay. I got you. Oh, okay. You got it in the private chat. I got you.
Have you seen the purse?
I tried not to go to this.
Are y'all? Well, are we really devolving into talking about Disney merch?
Okay.
Listen,
right now
we won't do it.
I have to get off this channel.
Wait. Is the official handbook blank? Like, can I get that as like a notebook to write stories in? Because I have that notebook. I have Agnes Nutter's notebook from.
I don't have time.
From Good Omens.
This is the Christmas series. Like, I can't do this. That's why people don't be getting gifts.
Okay. Yeah. Nope. I'm not looking at that right now. Nope. I refuse.
You're gonna be like, I want to buy this.
And also. Real quick, Meeks, if you would permit me, I would like to give a shout out to everybody joining us in the chat.
Yeah, sure, go
ahead. Right now. Phil H is one of my homies for many a year now on I'm sure you remember him. He was in a lot of our chats when we were doing the Game of Thrones things. Damar's Love, pleasure to meet you. I have absolutely been enjoying your commentary during the conversation. Please continue. Let's see. Punk Rock Pollyanna, hello.
Yeah. And you're correct. It's nasty.
Great to see you. Tiffany,
but I don't like pop.
I didn't see your name come in. Welcome. Thank you for being here with us. Did I forget somebody? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Monique 69 Ways Johnson. Well, hello. That is a hell of a name. I appreciate that name. Lovely to meet you. Let me scroll back up. Rim 17. I don't think I saw your name scroll in when you came through. Oh, no. That's right. I did. I just didn't notice it repeating in the chat. Thank you for the
see my attention span.
I appreciate you. I know, right? Yeah, that's why I didn't remember. And Patience is a Virtue was also in here earlier as well. And Also Me. And I think that's everyone. The Original Burgundy. If I forgot anyone, the chat only lets me scroll up so much. Please shout yourselves out in the chat, and then we will make it a point to mention you. Thank you guys for coming in and being here. Phil, don't be judging me, okay? Don't act like you don't know the shenanigans that be happening on my channel. Did you think I was going to be different here? No, I am the same everywhere.
Listen.
Different.
Literally what you see is what you get, okay? And B has known me for a number of years. You can ask her that. Me and Meeks said it's actually been a few years under
it's ridiculous. I'm like, no, it hasn't.
I've been rocking with Meeks.
I'm like, no, it hasn't.
Yeah,
that's the you know why it's so strange. Because literally, as much as y'all see us on screen doing all these awesome things together, both of these ladies actually, I've never met them in person,
bruh.
But we have still been able to forge these awesome friendships, and I love them for it. You know damn well I'm gonna get around. We're gonna get around to it at one point. But, Meeks actually might be coming over like next weekend because
y'all live like 30 minutes away from each other. Some crazy crap.
Less than that. It's less than that.
Honestly, like 12 minutes. Okay? I can get downtown in 12 minutes flat. I work. My job is closer to her place. Like, listen, I can't wait either.
Don't judge us.
Oh, listen,
it's gonna be.
We gonna be ready.
Wait. Can you highlight the bottom one? Highlight what Phil just said.
Ginger Ale Convention.
Listen, Carolina for real. Absolutely. Are you north or south? North or south? That's important.
Yeah, right. Yeah, y'all know Meeks Carolinian over here, right?
You're from South Carolina?
Absolutely.
I'm from South Carolina.
Yes. Columbia. Born in Sumter. But my whole entire family is in Colombia. I can literally walk down the street and go sit in somebody's house.
Okay. Okay.
It's kind of scary. I can't date in that area. That's
I mean, that's all of us, though. I mean, you don't let slavery. Like, you know,
I literally have a cousin who married a cousin, and it's cousin enough that we'd be looking at each other like y'all is cousins. Like my
like you go back, you mess around and go to a family reunion and be like, bro, I gotta leave.
Wait, that's Uncle Tommy. Wait, hold on. What the fuck you mean that's your uncle, huh?
I gotta go. I gotta go.
That has happened before. I was like, "What you doing here? You still dating my cousin Brandy?" No, we cousins.
Also, look, my sister-in-law, cousin baby, sister Tracy.
Come on, chest hurt.
Also, can I just interject?
Bubble guts.
Let me interject one thing. Okay, if you guys are enjoying the convo, like when we talk about all these shows, this is what we do. We always interact with the chat and bring you guys' thoughts in. We always make sure we're giving our full all in the knowledge and how we come up with some of these theories and thoughts that we do. Like Meeks said in the beginning, mostly we're usually not live here. We're live on my channel. So if you wouldn't mind, give myself and Lady D a sub. Please. Absolutely. Because we will start hopping around hopefully again once everything gets settled. And I don't want you guys to miss it, especially if you like House of the Dragon, because Mix's reactions were fire, and all the discussions were on my channel. So if y'all haven't watched those, go check them out. I guarantee you will laugh your ass off.
So my goal is when this is over is to put all the links down at the bottom, because I knew I didn't have them beforehand. So when this goes up for rebroadcast, so you guys can watch it, it'll be in the description.
I would also like to give a shout out to Helena right now, because she said, like Polynesians, we're all related. You damn right. There are so many relationals in my family alone that I know, because we're all from Guyana, South America. Yeah. So like my stepmom growing up, my dad's wife, she was friends with my mom's sister. So either way you go, we were always going to be connected anyway. So yeah.
Fort Jackson,
we love family. Snacks. We're here for it.
Bomb snacks. We used to go all the time.
Jackson.
Snacks. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why do I feel like I've heard that before about them?
Because listen, it's the easiest to get to. It's the easiest to get to, especially from Colombia. It's so easy to get to. But yeah, we need to wrap up episode 1.
I think my last note for episode 1 was the key lime pie.
Yuck. Listen, disgusting.
Did that happen in episode 1?
No. Yes.
Wait, is your okay?
Did key lime pie happen in episode 1?
Didn't it? Episode 2. Yeah, because they went.
Oh man, it was the beginning of episode 2. You're right.
Them off.
Because at this point, at the end of episode 1, we see Liza Aaron going through the veil.
Excuse me, don't you besmirch the good Lord Aaron's name.
That's fine. We talk about Liza.
Monstrosity.
We talk about Liza's ass flying through the Condor ass.
Just like Catelyn is Tully. Yes, I'm still mad about it.
I'm gonna go by your married name. I'm gonna go by your married name, but she's sitting over here acting a damn fool on your breastfeeding a 16-year-old kid. Get out of here.
Okay, now
Brad was episode 2.
We gotta cap that. Nope. We gotta cap that right now, because y'all know us with Game of Thrones. Look, we'll be here for the next 10 hours. We won't even go to work tomorrow. Nope.
But yeah, we saw creepy Brad
episode 2
in episode 1, and then we saw them walking through the thingy thing in the end of the episode. And B15, is that her name? Mm-hmm. I keep want to call her B5. B5 is Brad, right?
X5 is
He's
Brad.
X5.
Okay. I don't see. This is B15 and bingo.
Shout out to the show Dark Angel, because the X5 super silver was.
Listen, awesome. I keep like B5, B14.
we are not filling out the bingo card, Meeks.
I got to go through the numbers to figure out the correct one. So she's B15. So she was standing there at the end talking to a nameless dude who's been in like her sidekick. I don't know who this guy is, but he's everywhere where she is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he even says that when it comes down there, it's been a long time since he's been down here. X5, can we help you with something? Mm-hmm. So I wonder about these jet skis though.
Yeah,
why did you know Morbius was the one to talk to about these jet skis?
I don't like him.
That's one of the reasons why I think he actually has more of his memories than other people do. But also, Brad,
no, Brad.
Brad, you shouldn't have been talking shit. This whole episode was Brad needing to get his ass handed to him.
The whole episode was Brad being an asshat and not telling everybody what's going on so they can stop the pruning and distract them. That's why his ass got in the box.
I do not disagree. I'm putting it out there. Like, you probably should have devil's advocate and lived your life. But as far as not telling everybody about what was going down the timelines, prune them, bruh. Because if you didn't, the TVA would have. We saw it.
Yeah, it would have.
It was happening. So it's different from it being like
it's giving them time to figure it out.
Happening, like the alarms are going off. People like Obi done said, "Oh my God, we're gonna die." We're
all gonna die.
Every 5 minutes. He's like, "Oh no!" And then Mobius will lose all of his skin, and then we'll die. Like,
and Morbius is looking at him like, "What the fuck you mean I'm gonna lose all my skin?" He said, "Oh no, that's all right. That's the easy part." How is losing your skin the easy part?
What? Exactly. So with that context that we have, okay, Mug's finna lose their skin or die or both, and we still gonna die. You gotta prune these brains. I'm sorry, I get it. I get B15. Those are people. I wanted to hop through the screen and slap her and be like, "Are you still alive? Are you still alive?" You know why you're still
what it was? You know what it was? No. See, she needed to be less B15 there and more Ruby from Lovecraft Country. Because Ruby would not have hesitated. I don't think she would
Ruby turned into a white woman.
Pruning. Hello. I don't think she would have gone for pruning everything, but she would have made that hard choice to prune some at least.
She'd have been like ABC. D, if we don't do this, then me not gonna be here. So we gotta X, Y, and Z them.
I mean, clearly all of these people have to die. Like, we can be sad about it, but obviously all of these people need to die now.
I mean, but here's the thing though. Wait. I have to call it out because from what we've seen of the TVA is they are very regimented in their rules. Also, just in the pre-trial is what I'm going to call it, the pre-trial judgment hearing. Shout out to the old man that didn't give a fuck and knew that he was there for far too long. He was just asleep. He didn't wake up until everybody started yelling like, "Damn it, motherfuckers, I was trying to get some rest."
I'm sleeping.
And he did not give one fuck about what was going on. And I understand his sentiment, being a growing older lady myself. But with everything that basically they were really just trying to contradict each other. And then Lysa starts pulling everybody, even after the judgment is given by the head judge. Yeah, she didn't care. She told everybody, "Look, load up. If they had access to tanks, it would have been all of them rolling in tanks with all of them time bombs."
It's like the moment she heard that, she already had a plan formulated, and that's why she was touching her baby boy's head like, okay, yeah, let's get this plan.
That's why I think that's her son. I think that's her actual real son.
I don't know, man. That's still weird to me.
Because, it could maybe possibly be something on a romantic level.
So yucky.
It just didn't seem like that to me. It seemed like a mother trying to protect her child, and she needs to prune all these branches before everybody's shit blow up. And she loses her baby boo. And I think there's something up with her because if the worst would have happened, I think she's one of the ones that would have survived.
I don't know enough about that.
Specifically because I think her memories are intact enough to where she would be able to get through it somehow. But because her son is in danger, she's going all out. She don't give a fuck.
I don't know, man. I just feel like that's romantically involved. And they was like, all we got here, the TVA, is us because we together. You my boo. You mine now. You mine, boy. And so
I can see how people could come to that conclusion.
I gotta protect what's mine. This is mine. So she sent him someplace to do a thing, and he got where he was, and he was like, so on the sacred timeline, the timeline that's going to be left, I'm the shit.
Yeah.
I'm staying here. I don't need to go anywhere. You know where Sylvie is. Just prune, 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 pruny, prune, prune, prune. You know what I'm saying? Leave me to be a superstar.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that he knew where Sylvie was.
Oh, hell yeah.
Exactly.
Sylvie's
and
son.
she knew that it was her fault.
Where Sylvie was, and they did not prune that branch. And prune that branch. He literally went there, knew where she was working at, was like, cool, so I'm gonna go back and be Brad Wolf and be famous now.
But
and just did
he was scared. I don't think he knew the exact full plan. Well, or maybe he did, and that's why he was so scared. Because
that's why he was scared, because he knew that
he
knew that they were pruning branches.
Hey, can we leave now? Look, I told you I would help you find Sylvie. There she is.
He was like, there she is.
Do what the hell you got to do, but can you open the fucking time door so I can skedaddle?
Yeah, I wonder what the order was, because clearly they did it in groups. They couldn't just send everybody out all at once. So they did it in sections and groups. And he was like, listen, her group ain't in first, but it's coming. So we need to go. Like, we got to go. We got to leave. We got to go.
Right now. Did you mean now though? Yes, now. We need to rock. We don't have time to wait until we ride at dawn. No, we ride right now.
It's like, we got to go home.
Fuck out of Dodge.
But I was in this episode, I was more annoyed with Loki in the first part of it, him chasing Brad. Like, if you don't Loki him,
son,
it was great. It was great seeing him.
You know what that is?
Yeah. Come on.
No. You know what that was? No, that was him getting back all that fuck shit that Brad gave him. Not only did he trap him with the thing later on, but this was him playing with his food.
I like that one.
Playing with his food.
Me playing with the food is putting him in the box and being like,
look, he was.
I don't know how to use this.
Exactly. Boop, boop.
He was on his best Daemon Targaryen.
Come on.
In those moments.
I'm like, that's what that was like in the beginning. I'm like, Loki, you could catch him. Just like in episode 3, I'm like, you could catch him. What are you doing? It's an emergency.
Fuck the emergency. You know what it was? Loki is a fucking diva.
That is true. He wants a show.
That's what it was.
A show.
Because you remember one of the funniest things I thought though is when he saw those pillars outside of the museum. And yeah, Thor ain't that tall. Why is everybody else trying to hype him up?
In here. Hey, Madam Wilson. I was like, wait, I had to scroll all the way up. I missed it. My bad.
He was playing with his food. Yeah. And Damaris Love, I agree with that too. The Celestials have Earth on their shite list. Actually, no. It's not that they have Earth on their shite list, but this is how they make more Celestials. They plant that seed into whatever planet they are planning to, spread their things around to colonize and make the land fruitful and create people and beings that live there. And then once the energy ramps up enough, then that seed blooms and boom goes the planet. That's why Tiamat had to be stopped in the Eternals. That's what that was. It's not specifically because they don't like Earth. No, that it's just their plan to grow more Celestials by blowing up planets because that's what they feed on.
And it's how they make more universes.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like
we are a potted plant, or we're like soil.
Pretty much,
essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. They're just going along.
That's how a lot of things go with Earth in sci-fi. Anything is either it's a seed that leads to something greater, or it's a shithole and nobody goes there anymore. So much so that all the other galaxies are populated now, and nobody even remembers what the fuck Earth was. Which is the exact same thing if you're watching Foundation. Shameless plug.
There's like a dirty.
That is the situation in that show, and it's great.
There's like Earth is dirty. It's full of dirt. Dirty people.
Dirt and insects.
Horrible
and
people.
Shit that
That's why it's not here anymore. It's
far
gone.
too quickly. Mm-hmm.
Okay, next part.
Let's see. We're talking about Brad.
Listen, episode 2 was my least favorite. I just want you to know that.
Brad.
Because I fucking hate Sylvie as well. So I fucking hate that bitch. I hate that bitch. Because eventually he got the information out of Brad by putting him in the box. Because Brad was giving him rough for their money. He actually made more. He was mad. He's popped him once.
Brad saw that shit, was like, you know what? Fuck them time bombs. Wait a minute, hold on. Because he heard the shit they was talking like, we had other lives, word. I think he jumped into that timeline, saw the prestige, got rid of the variant of him that was there, and took that shit over.
Well, was it a variant? That was the sacred timeline.
No, was that part of the sacred timeline?
That was the sacred timeline. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna see that part.
You see how differently like time is outside of the TVA, because when they like at the end of episode 3, when they go see Who Remains' body, it's like decomposed quite a bit. Right?
A lot.
The time definitely moves completely different in the TVA and the void that it does. So we don't know how long, you know, on timeline wise, that Brad Wolf was actually in the. He had time to establish himself as a
career. Yeah.
He was there long enough to get used to that environment, because he was acting like a very typical celebrity to me.
Agreed. Yeah. Agreed. So,
and we know that from the end of season 1 to now, there hasn't been that much time passed, but he still looks like he's lived half a lifetime in that world.
So, quick poll then: who thinks that? Because if that is old Sylvie, if Dox is old Sylvie, and Brad is old Sylvie's son, then who would be his father? Loki?
No, listen, I can't. My mind can't scientifically wrap around.
Here's the thing. Here's the interesting thing about Loki. If for anyone that hasn't read any of the comics or the actual Norse mythology with Loki, Loki can change himself into anything. Absolutely anything. There is a story, I forget what it's called, but there's these horses that have 6 legs that are in the realm of Asgard. And something was going down with some random giant, maybe, I think, that they were trying to trick him and Thor fucking around on their prankster shit. And Loki turned himself into one of those horses to like get rid of this thing that was bothering them. And what happened is it was a male, whatever it was, and Loki ended up pregnant as that 6-legged horse and gave birth 9 months later to a, half giant, half random magical 6-legged horse creature. So it's highly possible that maybe there wasn't another parent. Maybe it was just Loki.
I'll take that.
I don't even want to call it strange, because in the realms of the Norse gods and in a lot of different mythologies, just having a man and a woman, those are not a thing. they're actually not typical in mythology. I mean, yeah. You know what's a good book if you do want some like random cool insider mythology of the North persuasion? Check out Neil Gaiman's book called Norse Gods, and he goes through a lot of the legends. And if you get the audiobook, Neil Gaiman actually voices that himself. So
I have to start getting on my audiobooks. I've been trying not to, but I'm gonna have to, because I just don't have time.
I consume all of my books now on audio because I don't have time to just sit and read anymore.
I'm gonna have to be sad with myself and just take it where we're old. I'm old.
It's an asset. It's an asset.
I got responsibilities.
Audible. And this is not sponsored, but like Audible, if y'all want to come through Amazon and sponsor your girls,
child,
please do.
Listen,
I mean, holla.
they will holler at someone who's lighter complexion. You know what I mean?
And yes, Dalton, I agree. Sylvie is absolutely a queen in episode 2, right? Because every response that she gave to Loki was giving him that smoke.
I can't stand her.
And he deserved it, right? Sylvie is still sus as fuck also.
I can't stand her.
And I still got beef with her, but she's kind of in the same boat as Loki. To me, they both
like B15. Like I feel like at a certain point, like you have to be like accept reality.
Exactly. Like, listen, what's going on is going on. You can't sit in your little corner of the world and pretend it doesn't exist when it's affecting you directly because you're on a branch timeline, stupid.
You dummy. Like,
especially when
like, wake up.
You were told, you knew what destructions and calamities could happen, killing,
and you did it anyways.
And now here you are again, and this does segue into episode 3. Here you are again trying to kill another variant just because. Because it's a variant. Your feelings.
Like, ma'am.
You're only going after him because he's another variant.
It doesn't make any sense for someone to keep themselves so detached and blame everybody else for what's going on. Ma'am, you killed him. He told you what's going to happen. You killed him. You knew. He knew. And then you're trying to pretend like it doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. I can't stand that. And then how dare you come here and remind me of the shit that I did that has consequences on the whole entire universe as we know it. I just want to serve hamburgers at McDonald's.
That part.
Do you want fries with that?
Part.
Like, you're the whole goddess of mischief, and you like, you know what? Would you like that?
The best thing you could come up with is flipping burgers at Mickey D's in the 80s.
Try our new nuggets.
Bro.
I'm tired.
I mean, granted, the apple pies were probably made from real apple pies back in the day, and the chicken was probably actual chicken. However, I did say possibly.
Ding, fries are done. Exactly. Bitch.
Of all the things that Sylvie could have been doing, this is what the fuck she chose to do. She literally could have finagled herself into being like a fucking engineer and tried to really bring some change if she wanted to. Mm-hmm. But that's not her stilo. She's still a random fuck shit person.
Yep. I used to work at the library, and we used to try to tell people to do this all the time, especially when they didn't have money and they had fines. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, that's the reason I can't stand her. She's just in her way and she's in my way. And every time I see her, I roll my eyes because it's just complete caucasity at this point.
All the time.
I came into your house and I destroyed your pots and pans, making dinner for myself and only me. And now you got to clean and you want to bother me to help you clean. I don't want to do this. Shit.
This is wrong. I feel oppressed.
Exactly.
I feel oppressed.
Yeah, no, straight up. Straight up. You know what I'm talking about.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Like,
you are not wrong. I agree.
And it took so much for them to even get her to
walk through the fucking door. Like the damn thing was literally about to close. Loki was pleading with her, like, look, okay, some bullshit happened already, but can you listen to me this time? Please just come and see what's happening and help us. And also, again, this is another tie-in to episode 3. That freaking hand-holding double dragon Hadouken that they set off. Bitch, why the fuck didn't you lead with that? Like all of them extra time, everything else that got fucked up. Why didn't you lead?
Why was she up there the whole time?
You could do that the whole time. Why were you up there?
Look, exactly. What was it? It was a Koye. It was a Koye.
Yeah. Yes.
Why was she up there all this time?
You could do that whole time. You could just.
You could have saved so many timelines by going ahead and doing that off top if you really wanted to.
But here's the thing, right? She wasn't meant to. I think we all have to. I know we all have the he who remains is dead, and
it's still going as planned.
But clearly, something is scripted because let's think about it. If all the timelines got pruned, Sylvie's didn't get pruned, and you know who else's didn't get pruned? Victor Timely's alternate timeline didn't get pruned. Like, there are all these things that are happening and that have to happen exactly the way.
Yes.
Down to Loki getting pruned and then sent back to hit Mobius.
Yes. Everything is still going to plan.
Has to and they're very specific things. So I would just, it's like.
And she still doesn't understand that it's going according to plan.
Exactly. And it's not.
If she wanted to break the cycle, she would have had to not kill him.
Yep.
That would have broken the cycle. But he said, you know, you're going to do this. I know you're going to do this. You know, you're going to do this. It's cool. I will see you in 5.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
It really is so absurd. Yeah. And also I would like to jump back over to the chat village saying Loki could be using so much more magic, but no, see, and that's the thing. That's the thing when you come into these powerful magic wielders in comics in general, but also specifically in the MCU, because you have to cap them a little bit in some way.
Don't give me
you
no
can't it's the same thing with, like, think of Endgame. They could have had Captain Marvel come through at the beginning of that fight, but she's too powerful. We would have not had half of the story if they would have interjected her in full Captain Marvel mode in the beginning or even the middle of the movie. They had to wait until that final battle to bring her in to turn the tide, because otherwise, again, it wouldn't have been nothing for us to see. So Loki could have actually done a little bit more. Hell, Sylvie could have been doing more, but we have to cap characters like that to get these stories that we love. So
every time I see her, I just go on a tirade.
I'm not saying we have to like it. It just is what it is.
Every single time I see this bitch, I be like, this fucking bitch. A number of times, I'm like, this son of a bitch. Literally, every single time. Every single time. And so when they stop it, come on, when they stop it, but they don't stop it in time to save 30% of the timeline that got pruned, she was like, and this is why TVA's no help, because you guys fail. You mean we failed, bitch? We
not to mention, how you know your timeline wasn't part of 30? They didn't
come on.
How you just gonna go on back? Like, make it make sense, too.
Like, I would just, if it didn't exist, would it be like, like, could she not go, or would they just send her to open air?
Void.
I would like to interject here. We still don't know what was her moment that Renslayer had to prune her and pull her out of the timeline. We still don't know what was going on there.
I think it was Valkyrie.
Valkyrie as in Tessa Thompson Valkyrie?
No, when you see her as a little girl and she's playing with her dolls, she's not being like Loki and being like, I'm the king of whatever, or I'm the queen of Asgard or whatever. She was pretending to be a Valkyrie and saving people, which would literally be the exact opposite of what a Loki should be doing. You're supposed to be trying to take over and fail constantly so that you can help others become better versions of themselves. But you out here like, nah, I don't want to do that. I want to go save people and be.
I want to actually save everyone the right way.
That's not. So my question is,
I like that.
The Sylvie, where is the version of Sylvie that did turn out like Loki, right?
Because they got to be out there. Unless they already proved
it. Yeah, because that one wouldn't have been like, oh, I want to be a Valkyrie. She would have been up there like Loki.
Can I interject? Can I interject something else?
Yeah.
This was a theory that I had put out when me, DJ, and Fandom were going through the series. What if, even though we know that Sylvie is supposed to be a variant of Loki, what if because things in the multiverse are similar, but there are some things that are tweaked a little differently. What if, even though she is a female Loki, Hela is her actual birth mother? Because if you remember back to the actual mythology with Loki, Hela is one of his daughters. And I'm not saying that just for the comics, but the actual Norse mythology, Hela is one of Loki's daughters. So what if they just tweaked that connection and made it so she was, I don't know, because Hela's the oldest child in the MCU. Sylvie, in that timeline that she was in, maybe was supposed to be the heir to the throne after Odin had to banish Hela for all the extra murderous fuck shit she was doing. But then something else happened. TVA was like, oh, nah, there's some other bullshit that's going to go on that's far too dangerous for her to stick around for and do. And they yoinked her from that timeline right then and there.
Oh, this is trash. Sorry, I just checked. 6 episodes, not 8.
Yeah, 6.
Oh, damn it. I was really hoping it was 8.
Which is crazy. This is the best one. Like, because Secret Invasion is a fucking failure. Like,
they always keep.
Yeah, and also the season 2. I loved Loki season 1, but season 2 is shaping up to be even better.
Ridiculous. So we have 3 more episodes. Throw up in my mouth.
Yep.
I'm saying I was just checking because I was like, well, maybe in one of the other episodes we'll actually get to see a Sylvie variant that wasn't pruned, because apparently they went through time and they was getting Sylvie left and right. They was getting her the hell out of here. So we don't know how many they actually gotten, or how many are actually left.
And you see, and honestly, I feel like this does give even a little bit more weight to Doc's being a Sylvie variant, because and this was something that me, you, and Reggie had brought out when we did our finale wrap up. Meeks, why is there, so far that we've seen, why is there only one female variant?
Mm-hmm.
All of the other variants were men. Is that because they knew that they were maybe going to be a threat? I mean, it's almost a shout out to the Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
Maybe they had to get rid of the Lokis, the male Lokis, and drop them off at the end of time. And that's all it would take to get rid of them. But the Sylvies in those variants, they had to do something special for them to keep them curved. Hey, Emil.
Well, that's the thing. Sylvie
was prone just so she could take out He Who Remains. Maybe everything, and He Who Remains kind of told us that everything that happened with those two in particular
was supposed to happen.
Has been orchestrated from the beginning.
Was like,
so
on page 22.
Sylvie,
you said
I think Sylvie was supposed to kill him. Look, again, let's take it back to Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor Snape edition. Turn to page 394. This is what you're supposed to be doing to get rid of this bad juju that's happening. I'm not saying it's right, but I think the theory's sound. I think it holds a little bit of weight.
Cool beans.
Sorry, y'all.
So, girl, listen, I took a nap. I can't talk. I come home every day, take a nap. I woke up at 6:30. Listen. You can't nap because you have a child that's looking you in your face.
Just like, okay, I'm done.
No, I think.
But yeah, that's it for episode 2. I have nothing else.
That is it for episode 2.
She walked away like, you guys messed up.
At the end of episode 2, the very end, I will say, I think, what's his name, Jack? I think Jack has a little crush on Sylvie, but she's looking at him as just like,
Jack. I'm like, girl,
make sure
that little kid,
the kid from McDonald's,
the 12-year-old,
yeah. I guess
12-year-old manager of McDonald's.
Yes. I'm like, girl, who? Jack? Who's that?
Right. So, yeah. Are you sure you okay, Jack? You got a ride? Yeah, my mom's about to come pick me up. Are you okay? Like, you gonna be in tomorrow? I just wanted to make sure.
Listen, she disappeared. She was like, I'll be right back. I go to the bathroom, and she went off for the end of the shift and came back and got her car.
Right.
But episode 3 by far is my favorite.
Yeah, favorite. Yeah, same.
It's the funnest.
Same.
Yes.
It included a Frederick Douglass do. Toot Lips was back in full effect.
Can we talk about the fucking drip again? Every time Kang is on this fucking screen, the drip is on point, son. Here for even in the simplest of ways with Victor Timely and with Kang that was in Ant-Man. Still, the shit be hitting.
But they started out. No, go ahead, B.
It was the 1868. Like, y'all realize the Civil War ended in 1865. This is 3 years after slavery. You are somewhere where you have a free Black child on his own, which if you do any research on the Civil War, you'll find out that there were a lot of Black children who had to make it on their own or were adopted by other families that found them, whatever, because their parents were sold or killed or whatever, what have you. And I just thought that was freaking amazing. Not to mention that I think Illinois ended slavery in like 1824. And so we're either seeing a free Black child that was born free in Chicago or was recently freed and is an entrepreneur. I'm
yes.
Thank you.
That was one of the things that I looked up once I saw the year, and that it was the Chicago World Fair, the first Chicago World Fair. And for any of you guys that don't know what that is, I think it's is it Iron Man 1 or Iron Man 2? I think it's Iron Man 2, I believe. That whole Stark Expo, that is basically based on the World Fair. It's the exact same thing that Bucky and Captain America were at when at the beginning of the first Captain America movie. That was another World Fair. This one, the Chicago one, in this episode, this was the very first one ever. So once I actually grasped onto that in my rewatch that I did a couple hours ago, I had to look that shit up because my question was, were there actually Black inventors there?
That's what I'm like. I'm like, listen, I don't think they would have been on a list. You had to go around the corner and see them. They're not going to be on listed.
Exactly.
At the
exactly.
End, but...
and you know, and they did have some, but I think the way the show portrayed it is actually pretty true to life for what it was, because Victor's spitting all this knowledge and he's showing the work of his time issues, but here come the fucking mustache twirling, overindulgent fat Monopoly man, Caucasianals dude
Robert Barry
talking about, oh, what do you know about time, boy?
Well, before we get to the
I wasn't paying attention, but it was the fucking boy. It was a little bit.
No, you missed the whole chunk with Ravonna. With Ravonna, not the fair part. With Ravonna.
The treachery of Miss Minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah, with Ravonna. We got there and Ravonna got there because she didn't know what the hell was going on. She's following instructions and she's like, so Miss Minutes, you want me to come here for what? He said, do what, where? And she was like, give this book, drop it in that hole over there. And that's why. Well, why? Well, can I talk to him about it? Because I'm confused. And she was like, well, you can't talk to somebody who is dead. You know what I'm saying? I've got the instructions, which I don't really trust, because seeing how he would, the things later on about what she said about He Who Remains, I think he didn't trust her at all. So how does she have all of this? I'm not even sure if this is his plan. It might be her plan to get her man back because she weird. So I'm like, I don't trust that. That is, I don't trust that he his
wasn't
plan.
Her man though.
Yes, in her mind, and
see,
we played chess.
That is why. No.
We played chess.
No, listen. She thought she was playing chess, and she thought she had the go around when she made him get rid of Renslayer, because I don't do partners.
She was like,
but
played chess.
She's doing all this shit. And the main thing that stood out to me, and this is again, actually, when I first watched the episode, I didn't catch it. But because of this is where I went back like, wait a minute, this is not the motherfucker that we heard teaming up in the boardroom on the recording. She failed with He Who Remains. So that was an extreme case of unrequited love. So now she's setting shit up, trying again with Victor Timely
to get a new one.
And it's hilarious to me because he shut that shit down right away. Like, wait, hold on, no.
Listen, she was crazy. What you gonna do? It's 1893, and you got a whole animatronic, fake AI person. You call it a ghost. This bitch coming on you. What you gonna do besides shut that bitch in the box?
And she put her face on a mannequin. She was getting real good.
It was twitching too. Was trying to wink and be sexy.
Did you see how deranged
it was
that
scary.
shit looked?
Yeah, dude, they did a good job making her weird.
Look. Public service announcements. Public service announcement. How many times do we have to be told about AI before we listen about this shit? Sarah Connor and John Connor have been trying to tell us this shit for years. And you motherfuckers don't want to listen.
Quit.
I'm just saying, now here we got Miss Minutes coming through on this fucking sneak attack. Like, well, what is it? The Lord of the Firefly wanting to see some Kang feet. Come on, bro. You really expected him to fall in love with you? The ghost clock that terrorizes Chicago?
That's an anime thing. I got that one. And you're right. And you're correct. Miss Minutes and Renslayer, both of them were close to Obito Uchiha. You spelled it wrong, but Uchiha sipping for red. Absolutely. And not to mention the other side of that was her going for the other dude. But either way, it's weird. Bitch is weird.
I'm saying.
Bitch is weird.
She said, okay, so that one died. All right. Nah.
I need another one.
But there's still others out there. I can go get another one.
But I'm wondering, like, was that even really a part of his plan at all? The way she did that. But it was fucking weird. But that's all. So. And then we got to see them come through because they're trying to find Renslayer and Miss Minutes. Either or. because they need either or to find a Kang variant to open the shutters.
I don't think it's just either or. I think it's just Miss Minutes.
No,
they wanted to find Renslayer just because they thought
it's
they
either
needed
or.
To find her.
It's either or because Miss Minutes doesn't have a temporal aura. And
yes,
so what they were saying is that's why they called back and was like, "Yo, we got something bigger and better than Miss Minutes. We found a Kang variant. We can use his temporal aura to fix the loom."
Talking about Victor Timely, yeah, but they said, but the data said that, you know, any override that ever really needed to be happening to fix anything in a worst case scenario, Miss Minutes could come in, do a diagnostic, and boom, it's fine.
But they were looking for Renslayer because Renslayer was on a track of another Kang variant. They knew that she was looking for something, looking for something.
Right, okay.
So either or would have been.
I misunderstood. All right,
because they knew last on episode 2. Casey was like, the last time we saw Miss Minutes or anything from Miss Minutes, she was sending something to Renslayer. We can
Renslayer.
If we go to Renslayer, we can be able to find Miss Minutes. So they went there trying to find Miss Minutes, but then they found something better. That's why they called back and was like, yo, we found something better than Miss Minutes. We found a Kang variant. We can just bring this boy back here. He can't just he can't. We can snatch it.
And so they
actually hold on. Wait. Okay. Speaking of this damn freaking handbook that Renslayer had to drop off, can we talk about the con man that Mr. Timely is being right now?
He's fantastic. He's fantastic. He's full chaos.
Like for fuck's sake, bro.
He's full chaos.
And it's not like he isn't intelligent. No,
no. That's the best part. That's the best part.
He's a bona fide hustler.
Oh yes,
basically is all it is. Like, whoa, sir, hold on. Again, the freaking mustache twirling Monopoly guy. What do you know about these things, boy? I know more, sir. He remembered to mind his P's and Q's because you know what it was back in that day. If you remember, sir,
more than you may.
I know more than you think. And he goes on to explain the thing, and it's almost like a repeat of Howard Stark showing the flying car. Yeah, the shit works for a couple seconds, but then it goes a little bit haywire. But in going haywire, it explodes even more brilliantly than he thought it would, and everybody is sold in. The minute the damn Monopoly man sees that shit, oh, wait a minute, hold on now, I got to have that machine. Hey, Goon 1 and Goon 2, go get him right now. I need to make a bid.
Well, here's the thing: him being able to have that whole entire presentation is like representation of his wit, because Black people didn't get on billboards. Period. So he had to swindle his ass up there. I guarantee you, he swindled his ass up there and switched it, because they don't do that.
There may have been a bit of finagling, but this is why I said before I thought that maybe they had just jumped into time. I think not only are they in a future years past, but it's also another point in the multiverse.
That's what I had thought,
because there were Black inventors there,
but they weren't hosting. They were there outside in the little thingies. They didn't have a presentation. He was able to get on stage and do
not
a presentation.
Full booth, but he was still a part of it, though.
But I'm saying he was able to get on stage and have a whole presentation while everybody else is outside at a booth. So that's why I'm like, he finagled something with somebody's slots, switched it, did something, because he's full of trickery. He's been out here swindling since swindling.
Yeah, because you saw like when it was time for him to run, when he had his homeboy say, "Oh, Mr. Timely, I have to have your machine."
Yes,
right.
Yes,
and then he was like, "Cool, here's a little couple dollars, get you another drink or whatever."
Yeah,
he went outside. The councilman's like, "Yo, these
this right here
don't work." He like,
wait, hold on, Timely, this bullshit don't work. What the fuck?
He said, "What you talking about?" Of course, he shrunk himself.
Yep, he squatted down. You look tall to me.
Wait. Hold on.
He was running for dude's name. Dude passed him an apple. He threw it at him. The Ferris wheel dude
let him up
first and blocked it. Like,
yes,
people's.
Yeah.
This is why I'm saying that this motherfucker Victor Timely is a damn hustler. He from the block.
Yes,
and I get it, because he's trying to make his money, but I also feel like because he has that TVA. I mean, the first time we saw him, he was already fiddling with something. even before he got the handbook. So we know his IQ isn't just from that handbook. No, he's been on this shit for a while. The book just helped him focus in on things even more. But he uses his swindler skills to do all the extracurricular shit and make a quick buck, which, I mean, I get it. Sometimes you gotta hustle, especially if you're a black man or a black person in general back then. That's
he had $1,000.
What? But with this book,
you see me, I'm finna hit the calculator right now.
I think he was purposely capping himself to wait until the right time to get these things put out. And he actually said that. You know, first of all, when they were trying to get him out, I got to go over to my lab and get my latest invention. I am not leaving without it. And also, all of those things that he has in the handbook that are added and handwritten, those are very good ideas. And he said, I just don't have the technology to make it yet. And again, this is Howard Stark, you know, ghost of Howard Stark, talking to Tony on that video. This is what it is. This is what I know is coming, but I can't produce the shit because we don't have it yet. You will. So read these blueprints and make the shit happen once you get it.
Side note. Yes. I did the inflation calculator. Okay.
How much?
Inflation calculator wasn't ready. It only went back as far as 1913, but even then, $1,000 in 1913 is a little over $31,000.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. So when he was making tulips, he was like, I see why he was making tulips.
Look, Back to the Future did not tell no lies. Okay, if I could travel back to the future right now, I would straight up yoink that fucking almanac of all of the sports bets from the history of ever and bring that shit back to my timeline and make all of the necessary bets, invest in all of the necessary stocks.
I wouldn't even be greedy.
Microsoft,
Windows, I would just do one or two every decade. Just do one or two every decade. You're good. You don't need to do everything. Just to keep it kosher.
Right. Just for the books.
To spread out and have a portfolio, if you will. But yeah, he did say that. He said that there's much he couldn't do because of the limitations of the technology and the time period.
He had the imagination, he had the calculations, but the tools weren't there yet. He had to wait. And I don't think this season is going to be the only time we see Victor Timely, because he is an important character in the Kang dynasty. But the reason we didn't see him, like I said, in the TVA as one of those 5 is he's still a low-level Kang. I would say no, not low-level. I'll say he's like a middle management Kang. But what we will get from him, if I'm reading the potentate signs correctly, is this is where we're going to get Iron Lad from. Because eventually things are going to shift and warp into Immobus. I believe it is the variant that comes from, what is his name? Nathaniel Richards. And that is Reed Richards is like great grandson.
Go ahead and Yzma. Go ahead and hit Yzma on it.
Future.
Yeah, go ahead and hit Yzma on it. Great. Go ahead.
This is also why I'm actually looking forward to the Young Avengers becoming a thing, because we got Ms. Marvel now. They didn't show him full yet, but we have Patriot. Patriot, if y'all watched the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the Elijah character, like the Black Captain America, his grandson, that's Eli. He is Patriot on the Young Avengers. So we have both of them. We have Riri Williams now. There's only a few more that we need to pull in, and those last 3, I'm gonna say, is Wiccan and Speed, who are Tommy and
good luck, because I don't remember
the Scarlet Witch's kids.
It's not Timmy and Tommy, is it? Is it something completely?
No, it's not Timmy.
Timmy and Tommy is the Milk Kids. It's from Animal Crossing.
Y'all, chat room. Somebody Google that for us real quick, please. I know there's Tommy. Who is Wiccan? Billy. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Timmy and Tommy is from Animal Crossing.
There's Billy and Tommy that are coming in. We got Riri Williams already, and I think they're going to tweak a little something with Iron Lad here. I think that kid that was in Iron Man 3, he came back for Tony's funeral.
But he's like almost an adult now, isn't he?
Almost, but if you look at Riri Williams, she damn near looks like an almost adult too.
She's in college though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This isn't that far in the timeline between those two.
So what is the age range of a young Avenger? Is it like early 20s?
I think it's from teens, like mid to late teens into like the early 20s.
Okay, because I was thinking young Avengers like just kids.
And what Dalton just said right there, Kate Bishop was also a young Avenger, and Kate Bishop is definitely in her early 20s already.
They're all in like college.
I think the way that they're going to maneuver it is Kate Bishop is definitely going to be the de facto leader to start off, but eventually it is going to morph into Patriot becoming the leader, because if I remember correctly, he's the leader in the comics. And I think the kid already has great potential to do it. They just got to get together and figure out their vibe as a group. And I think it's going to happen. And I'm actually looking forward to it. Everyone that they've casted in those roles so far, I think is great. And they're knocking it out the park. I can't wait to see more. Yeah, Phil H. Right. Ms. Marvel is definitely going to be a part of that too. And thank you, Serenity. I'm glad that you're appreciating the combo. This is what we do. We nerd out about the things. So I hope, again, we're only here because my channel can't do the shit right now. So I hope somebody needs to be punched. Somebody need to be punched. Once we get it fixed,
she's trying to be nice.
Back over there to do all these live streams.
She's so trying to be nice. Somebody needs to be punched in their motherfucking mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, what other? Do you have any other like really big?
I do, because we haven't even gotten to the part where
there's some
Ravonna, like where Ravonna was there. She was talking to Miss Minutes, and they're all inside of the I want to call it the concert hall because I can't think of nothing else.
Yes,
inside of the concert hall, listen to him talk, and everybody has their own little plans about what they're going to do, how they're going to do it. I just like, Loki, you could have just magicked him the hell out of there after his presentation and called it a day. However, you know what I'm saying, that's hands up. So everybody realizes that in some way, shape, or form or fashion, they need Victor. And he's trying to figure out, who to go with, who to go to. And then Sylvie's bitch ass pop up, which makes everything different and difficult. Because fuck that bitch.
Yep. Every time.
Fuck that bitch.
I mean, you know what, though? It's almost like, what's his name? Manwë dealing with Melkor in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Yeah, Melkor is a problem, but sometimes the discord that he weaves into the mix is fun to have to deal with because he throws shit off. And that's actually something that is said about Loki in the Norse mythologies. Yeah, he a troublemaker. He always be on some bullshit, but don't he make shit interesting though? Like we ain't here just being mundane. I want this bitch to
go away. I like everybody else except for this bitch because she is so selfish and self-centered.
The mythology, man,
that it's not enjoyable every time I see this bitch on the screen because I know she's just about to run in here and do whatever she want to do and turn around and blame somebody else and stomp her feet and go off into the wind. Like, bruh, you're making things difficult. They could have apprehended him, taken him back to the TVA, do what they need to do to fix it, and try to expand the temporal, whatever they're talking about, so they could have the extra timelines to stop the emergency and then figure out what else to do. But your bitch ass is being a bitchiest bitch and being an interruptus bitchiest bitch. And it's just annoying.
I will not, even though there are some things I like about anti-heroes and villains, I will not shy away from the fact that sometimes you need to send these motherfuckers to Azkaban. Okay, like I said it when we talked about the Scarlet Witch. Yo, Wanda, that bullshit you pulled in Jersey, bro, Azkaban, like right now.
Not here.
Yo, not here. Sylvie, all dust these yourself. Motherfuckers that you killed, all this bullshit, Azkaban.
Figure out how to dust yourself because you need to dust yourself.
You got to pay for that.
And
but I will say though, there are still those characters that are toxic. Again, Daemon Targaryen. I love him. You, bro. I'm feeling the Stilo, but Azkaban, bro, you be on that fuck shit too.
True.
And I'm just being fair.
Let's get to the question. It says, "Do you think Loki will run the TVA?" I think so.
No.
At this point, I think so.
Think so.
At this point, I think so because he ain't got nothing else. What he gonna do until the meantime they figure out what the fuck to do?
Loki will get bored very quickly with that.
Yes, he will, but he'll give it a try because he'll feel like, okay, I gotta be. You know, he will. He'll be like, you know what? I can do this. I can sit here. I can work a 9 to 5 after being free for 30 years. You know what? I don't want to do this anymore. Okay,
I don't know. Any of you guys, if anyone is familiar with the lore of Doctor Who and the doctors and all that, I think that you could get put on punishment, but it's like when this dude was literally voted president of like all the Time Lords on Gallifrey. And he was like, you know what? I appreciate that honor. But the first second he jetted the fuck out the board meeting and ran off in his TARDIS because he ain't trying to do all that bullshit. I feel like Loki is going to do the exact same thing. He might be there for a couple days and make a couple decisions, but then some real shit is gonna start feeling too much like work.
And excuse me, I've got to go to the bathroom.
Nah, bro, fuck this.
I've got to go to the bathroom.
You know, he gone.
I'll be right back. I got to go pee.
So I feel like this would be the exact.
Come on, I got some milk.
Could he do it? Yes. Will he really want to in the long run?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He's too much of a chaos.
I don't think he would stick with it.
I don't think he will. I feel like it's there, right? And I see all of them. I always got to play devil's advocate.
Like, no, come through. No, I agree with you. Come through.
Because like I know I see the big channels and they're like, yeah, here's why I think he does. The reason why I don't think he will is because He Who Remains already told us exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah,
like you can rule it now, or you can not rule it now and kill me, and then I'm gonna end up here anyway after the war. And I think that's what's going to happen. We're going to end up having a war. You know, we got the Kang dynasty and all that, whatever else. And after the war happens, in order to create the TVA or whatever, and the TVA explode, whatever, in order to have the TVA, he's going to have to do that whole mind wiping thing again, or picking them out of timelines, or however he did it again. It's just all going to happen again. That's what I think. So I think that Loki will be instrumental in resetting the TVA. Because again, right, like that is his role. Whatever he wants, he's got to fail at it. He has to fail at it in order for everybody else to do well. So that's what I think is going to happen. Yeah, but the Doctor Who thing, I'm just going to throw it out there. I know absolutely nothing.
Girl, I don't watch Doctor Who.
Just real quick, just to respond to Punk Rock, because she put that in there. I appreciate that. If you don't mind, tell me who your favorite doctors are. My number one is the 4th Doctor, Tom Baker, and the 10th and technically also the 11th Doctor, David Tennant, aka Barty Crouch Jr. from the Harry Potter series. Okay, I'm off my Doctor Who bots now.
Well, I don't want her to run it. She can go to hell in a handbasket.
I honestly,
especially her variant. I don't want her to run it.
You know what though, and that's valid. That I think, because I think that adds a bit more weight that Docs could be a Sylvie variant. Sylvie obviously isn't going to want to do that. You know, at the end of the timeline, He Who Remains bullshit. But what she could do in a regimented army type faction is be the general of all the TVA agents, which again leads to Docs. So.
They just apprehended her, right?
It's going to happen, y'all. It's just a theory.
I'm like, they didn't prune her. They just apprehended her.
Yep, they got
exactly.
Okay.
There is B, if you would please bring in your theory now, because I think this is a good place for it. Yo, look, I've been saying Miss Minutes is creepy and sus as fuck since season 1. Look, Meeks and when I did my stream, Meeks and Reggie were laughing at me.
Listen.
Because I was like, nah, this bitch is sus.
Yuckery. But probably, I mean, what you finna do though? You think that this person or this entity is non-consequential? You're gonna do whatever you want to.
The fucking ghost clock is not walking around terrorizing Chicago for no reason.
He gave us the story in season 1 in the finale. He is from year like 3100 or some stupid like 3000 whatever. He's from that time. They know what the hell AI is. and he had enough sense to build
not give her a body. You're right.
That was only
and to block her from getting there.
He gave her a very, very simple. She was a very simple machine that all he did was play chess with. And then at some point, probably once he had to build the TVA and administer it, you know what I'm saying? Like, beat the clock. I'm so done with you. Oh my gosh.
See, you know what? Again, this is why I feel H is one of the only trolls that I allow to roam freely on my lands in the Westerosi verses. Okay, because he be doing the bullshit like this, and I love him for it.
I'll be chuckling until we leave at this point.
So, because you built her as a simple AI, my brain is telling me, especially because what we know of AI now, like, you had enough sense to say, okay, I don't want her to get too intelligent here, because it's year 31 something. You could have created an AI that is much more capable than just playing freaking chess, and you didn't. Whenever you upgrade her with her own programming and whatnot, it was probably when he needed help administering the TVA. Right. So I think he had enough sense to not just do whatever, because you know, like, it's literally recording you. It's going to learn from you. It's a machine. Like right now, how we train machines is all about the information that we give them, and they train on it, and they learn on it, and whatever. So there's that. So I'm hoping that he wasn't just whacking off. Additionally, I do think that she's either Jarvis or Ultron, and I know how that sounds. Ooh. I understand that sounds absolutely ridiculous, but literally everything.
Have you met us? That shit don't sound ridiculous at all. What?
Instantly, my eyebrows went up.
Continue, please.
Everything we've got about with Tony, right, is as far as Tony and Kang and that relation or whatever. Like you see it, he needed him to go back in time. He needed him to be able to go to the quantum realm. He needed him, you know. So it's like, okay, if you're building everything off of his technology, why would you start with an AI framework, you know what I'm saying, or a machine learning? Why would you start off with a machine that you're building from scratch when you could literally take your great grandfather's freaking boss ass machine that was boss back then, and by 3100 it's probably just that, you know what I'm saying, probably still boss because it's freaking Tony Stark. You could just use his AI Friday, you could just use any of his frameworks to build a machine. And that's why I'm thinking
where did fuck using his works. No, where did Tony even get the idea to do that?
To do what? To build an AI?
To build the AI. Could Miss Minute, because Miss Minute's been around since before Tony Stark. Could that been part of the blueprint? Another one of her plans failed, so she had to find the end someplace else?
Well, that's the thing. She was around, but then she technically wasn't. If you think about it, Miss Minutes was technically created in 3,000 something. And then at some point taken out of time.
That's right. Nathaniel. So that brings into Nathaniel's storyline. Yep.
She was taken out of time. And so even though she can view all of time now as the flat circle that it is after the multiverse of war or whatever,
she can't always be a part of it.
She was created then and has just been with him for eons because they've been administering this flat thing of time for eons. So I don't know if she influenced the creation of herself, but I do think that if he's supposed to be what we think in the MCU as a descendant of Tony Stark from the MCU, and he's using all these other things from Tony, including like the wrists.
No. No, he's not a descendant of Tony Stark. No, he's a descendant.
He's not a descendant of Tony Stark in the comics, but in the MCU. If you go,
you think that's how they'll tweak it?
Because we don't have a Fantastic Four.
We don't have a Fantastic Four. They're coming though. They're gonna retcon that.
We can retcon it as much, but right now the technology that he's using from the Mobius strip, from the Mobius strip to the handheld, wrist held, whatever. Like there's just, to me, I feel like there's way too many similarities. We get Reed Richards that one time in what you gonna call it? And
that was a completely different Earth.
And that's like not even so it's like not even so. I don't know if they're going to do the comic book thing where you get to say, okay, well, he's Doom and Reed's great grandson or whatever grandson.
No. That from what I've heard so far in the rumor mill, and some of them have been proven fact, and from what I know from the comics. They're going to still run the Fantastic Four basically like all the other characters the exact same way they did from the comics. And the Fantastic Four is literally like their nickname is the Marvel's first family, because it's Reed and Sue married, and they have I forget their two kids' names, but they have two kids, and then there's Johnny and there's the Thing. When they bring them in, it's been heavily speculated and theorized that they're going to it's almost going to be like a Lost in Space type vibe. Like they've been away, and because Doctor Strange, like our 616 MCU Doctor Strange, already knows about them when he goes to that other universe, they were there in the background of the MCU, woven into the tapestry. We just have not seen them yet. So when they actually come back to the forefront, I think they are. Franklin Vanilla, thank you. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
I think what we're going to find is they have battled Kang before, but it's going to build the blocks kind of from the past, which it's kind of like that conversation between OB and Loki when he got kicked back to the past and then he got kicked back to the future and present for how it was. I don't think they're going to tap into any connections with Iron Man on that. But there are very different ways that they could tweak it, but to stay a little more authentic to the MCU, I think they're going to keep on that same path, which is, from what we have here actually in episode 3, it is leading up to that already, because we're starting to see those changes, especially with, again, the AI that is freaking Miss Minutes. And Miss Minutes is a fucking menace, just like freaking Liza Timely is. Her real name ain't Liza Timely.
No, we just gonna do all things. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Deal with it. Yeah. If you don't know the reference from Game of Thrones, look it up.
But to answer this question, she can shapeshift, but she never shapeshifts out of a digital situation.
She turns into y'all remember the Ghostbusters Part 1 back in the day with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man? That's kind of what she turns into, but she's still just, you know what?
Pixelated. That's the word.
She looks like one of the freaking ghosts when they go haywire in Pac-Man.
Yes.
When she gets big, that's what she looks like.
That is it. Like, she is never going to be an actual human flesh type of thing.
And she's doing it on purpose, just to cause distractions and sow discord and fear.
It's going to be on purpose too when she get pissed and had to slap a bitch. Yeah, she can interact with stuff.
There's a plan for what she's doing. And also, can we just highlight a little bit, because when it doesn't involve me, I enjoy watching mess in these random things. And Miss Minutes turned this into a fucking Jerry Springer episode.
Oh, she was so
real quick.
It was so weird.
It was so weird. Yeah.
She was
it was so good.
Went so far to the left. Yeah. And I was just looking at her like
so delicious. Because if you were looking at Kang talking to Ravonna on that ship, you could see her in the background switch sides and slide over.
Yes. Did you see the look that came over her face? As soon as she noticed that second of a hint that that Timely was interested in Ravonna, and Ravonna was feeling him too, she was like,
She was like, let me.
That is when I knew she was going to do something to get rid of Ravonna. And that shit happened not 2 seconds later.
As soon as she said partnership, he was like, oh, partnership, huh? I was like, girl, why you even say that? Why you even say that?
Yo, she was all in his head. He basically gave her the fucking chop. I don't know if y'all watched Fear the Walking Dead when it was in its episodes in the beginning. He did that same shit that Strong did and cut that lifeboat off. Baby girl woke up in the lifeboat. They carried her to that lifeboat and she didn't even notice. She was in while she was asleep.
They were sitting in it.
They just got out.
All of them? I thought they were all on the main boat, and then they moved her to the raft.
No, they were sitting in it the whole time. If you go back when he was like, "Give us the usual, the usual," accommodations.
Okay.
Accommodations is him sitting in a
must
lifeboat,
misremember that
which
part.
I think is hilarious because
he gotta go.
Sitting there like 1890, gotta leave. If that ship go down, they're gonna be like, okay, Negroes, you stay to the back. Absolutely not. Cut the ropes.
Or even if one of the people actually got on, they was looking for him, he was like, drop this.
Drop it, and
I gotta go. Out.
I will, because she woke up and was like, "Oh, word," and just started rowing.
Come on, no words.
That's what I'm saying. I will say props to Ravonna in this moment, because again, I still got beef with the bitch. Okay, she's still sus as fuck. But in that moment, she came to, was like, "Oh, you motherfucking bitch!" She already knew. No words. You could see the conversation playing in her head. So, okay, bitch, for real. All right, let me let you know who the fuck I am. Let me get these both.
Come on. I'm just upset that she didn't realize immediately.
She was like,
what she said caused their ass. Because his whole demeanor changed. She should have known. She should have known she fucked up. Because I knew it. We all knew it.
She had already heard him say, "I don't do partners."
Yeah. You sitting here thinking you special.
Come on. I'm starting to see the man you're going to become.
See, and here's the thing. Not only should she have noticed it at that point in time, but she's already been through this with another Kang.
Yeah, but she's been white.
She's already been through this. She knows that the shit can be fickle and finicky. And now she didn't know that she was helping another Kang come to their fruition, dropping that diary off or dropping the handbook off. But she knows that there was another Kang that she was dealing with beforehand. And judging from how her character is in the comics to what they're doing in the show, I am very interested into seeing what she's going to become, because she's shaping up to be a pretty decent anti-hero. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I just want her to be smart about her moves, because this bullshit, she was stupid in that. You deserve to get cut off on a life raft, ma'am.
Listen,
you gotta pay attention. And found out.
You gotta pay attention. You can't trick a trickster. You gotta pay attention to what you're saying and remember important shit.
Game recognized game. And both Miss Minutes and Timely peeped that shit.
She should have knew something was up the way Miss Minutes was smiling, because she was frowning at her heavy the entire time. It was giving bitch what? Bitch, try it. Bitch, this is my man.
That part.
But then when you fucked up, she was like, I win. It was an I win smirk. Being weird.
Okay, wait, hold on. Can you highlight what Jamal just said right there?
What happened?
Was she aware of Mobius being white? Are you talking about Ravonna? If you're talking about Ravonna, yes, I think she absolutely knew Mobius was white. I think she's probably the one that gave the orders to do those wipings.
But she's been wiped. Ravonna's been wiped.
That don't mean that she didn't follow a game plan.
No, but I'm saying, like, whoever wiped the team, whoever wiped everyone in the TVA, literally wiped everyone except for Moby. Except for OB. Yeah, had the command and to wipe everybody, including me, except for OB. I don't think this broad knew, because if she did, she wouldn't have been shocked that there were no timekeepers. No.
You're right. You know what? I think whatever happened when they covered up the Kang, all of that, everybody got it. And it happened based on the conversation that we heard the snippet, because he was talking to her in the same close way that he was talking to her on that raft. And then
No. That wasn't him.
No, I'm saying the Kang variant. I'm not saying him. I'm saying that Kang who wiped everybody.
Yeah.
Was talking to her the exact same tone that Ravonna was being talked to by Timely, and then he realized something was fucked up. That's why he's like, you know what, Ravonna, you are a marvel, and we are perfect to work together. You know, he don't say that shit. He don't believe in partners.
Yep. You are a marvel. Thank you so much for being on my team.
Wipe everybody.
Yes.
We're
you know what? Wait, hold on. Let's think about how the TVA operates a bit. Is it possible that maybe before some of these things happened, that Kang was the Kang that Janet met up with in the quantum realm? Because I don't like having your like physical basis off of thinking that, but I'm just thinking about how he was talking and how like smooth his voice sound, how he had that persuasiveness in it. It reminded me of how he was talking to Janet.
The fact that I got to go back and listen to that, I can't stand Marvel.
Yeah, see, okay, look, see, Serenity. I didn't even see you type that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think it could very well have been him on that recording. And after that, after they saw all the fuck shit he was doing with the TVA in that space and time, they banished his ass to the quantum realm to get rid of him because he was about to cause way too much havoc in the timelines. But put a pin in that one. Put a pin in that one, y'all. We're not going to get those answers probably for
y'all. Not about to have me. You're not about to have me go back and listen. Do you understand me?
That's exactly what's going to happen. I don't see what your problem is.
Right, look, y'all, don't let Meeks fool you. Okay, she be in these rabbit holes.
I do.
I do. Like me and I do. Be, okay.
I do. It's just that. Listen,
you as soon as we get off, he about to be like, all right, let me just go pull
look real quick. Listen,
let me just scan real quick. Just let me get to that part where he talking.
Wait, hold on, wait. Yeah, don't sign off yet, y'all. Hold on, wait. Let me check it out.
Listen,
do it right now.
Or like if you see me being quiet and I'm over here like this, that's why I'm reading something. I'm reading
that is for y'all that are in the know on your Wheel of Time, Lord. That is Meeks tapping into her full brown.
You're gonna make me find it. You're gonna make me find it.
Excuse me, don't you try to put that on me. You was gonna do that anyway.
Look at Paul's comment. I ended their mercy. I don't want to.
What did Carl say? Who?
No, Jamal said, look at that on the screen.
Ended the most.
The stutter, like y'all getting on my nerves.
You know what? See,
war.
Mm-hmm.
I will fully admit I'm going to hell. Jamal, it's your fault.
Wait a minute, what?
I'm sorry, B. What happened?
I was saying no. That is what he did. That is what he sounds like. He was like, I ended the multiversal war, and it's like, hold on, because now in season 2, how you end the multiversal war when you just said that Ravonna was on your team? So that means y'all had a team of people that ended the multiversal war, and you did what to them exactly?
Killed the other ones and wiped everybody else.
He Who Remains said that, though. He said that they were a group of them that wanted to work together and keep everything kosher and flowing so everyone could thrive. There wouldn't be no death or famine or destruction. But then there were the other ones, that the severe outliers that were on just that bullshit of domination, and that's what they were fighting against. So yeah, I think He Who Remains.
Stop playing. I'm sorry.
Line. But the last invention, Victor has a prototype of it. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
I'm tired of everybody. Y'all get on my nerves. I got stuff to do.
Yeah, I can't live this life. I cannot.
All right, okay. No. Okay, so hold on. All right, so can we give for episode 4? B, you go first. Can you let us know what is like one big thing, whether it's new or a continuation, that you would like to see for episode 4?
Episode 4, I've been looking at the trailers, like the ones that came out, and there's a couple scenes that I have not seen yet. One mainly with Casey being dirty and leading like the TVA people through like a basement or something like that. So I don't know if that's going to happen when the TVA completely starts to unravel or what have you. But I'm looking forward to the proverbial shit hitting the fan. That is what I am looking. No, I am. You know,
looking for that dookie slap.
Got it. Or till episode 6 for the shit to hit the fan, because I feel like you need some sort of resolve. I need for the shit to begin hitting the fan
in the next episode.
You know, maybe small pieces at first before the mother load hits like the ceiling fan,
like them little drops.
Right, like maybe some baby poop, you know, maybe a little baby poop in the personal fan.
A little shark. She wants a little shark happening.
Little shark from air.
I think I've sharted.
And then by episode 6, just straight up diarrhea in the ceiling fan. But I'm waiting for the shit to hit the fan. That's what I'm waiting for. I cannot wait to see what the kickoff of the multiversal war looks like, because I feel like one of two things is going to happen, right? Because Loki starts time slipping again.
Yeah. And yes, I don't think he's done with that either. Yep.
How are you time slipping? That would mean that you were somehow reinserted back into the flow of time. So you were reinserted back into the flow of time, and or we also have, that device from Timely and Ouroboros will be working on that actually does, actually take in more threads without blowing up the TVA. Whatever happens, however y'all stabilize it, somehow it becomes destabilized. And I'm thinking it must be because Timely starts Kanging, because he is a Kang. Additionally, I'm looking forward to Timely turning on everybody. And I know it doesn't really make sense, but he's a con artist. He's really a con artist. Yeah. We should not believe anything that he has said or done in last episode. Ever. He's literally a con artist, which is what makes Loki like him. It's so messed up. He was like, "You're a con artist."
Like, when he came out with his pants like Timely, these shits ain't working. He was like, "Sir, whatever do you mean?"
Yo, when you look tall to me.
He was so offended to get called out on his bullshit.
That was hilarious. Like, who did
that? He was like, "Let me just." You're so tall,
no, sir.
I can barely see you from down here.
Did y'all notice how he crouched down a little bit?
Yes, that's the whole
thing. And he took them crazy looking pants and walked off.
Let me look. I will come around to your residence, sir, at 2 p.m. on Saturday morning, or some bullshit that he said.
He ain't gonna be there. He gone.
And this man, he fell for it.
He was like, "No, I do feel taller. I mean, he used to be taller than me, so I mean, I do feel taller." No, you dummy.
No, you don't.
It was good. So that's what you don't. Y'all go ahead.
Okay, for me, first of all, I think it's real cute and sweet that you think that Disney's going to wrap up something for you. I'm just saying. I just thought it was, because I guarantee you the shit is going to hit the fan in episode 6 in the last 5 minutes, and we're going to be looking at each other, and there's going to be an extra like bonus scene at the end, and we're going to be looking at each other again, and then we're going to log off.
Yeah. Can I let y'all know a secret about Disney? In case, for those of you that have not figured it out in your childhood and may still be have the rose tinted glasses on now in your adulthood, Disney is dark as fuck. Okay, they will put out a forward face of what they think is wholesome and the people want to see, but if you go back and you watch some of these movies and then you look at like the original stories these things came from, they tweak some things, but they're not that much different. They're not great. I'm just saying. Well, watch yourself thinking that Disney is just also wholesome in every aspect.
Their job is not to make you feel better. They're going to leave you on a seat, and then they're going to give you a TV show and 2 movies that ain't got nothing to do with what you just saw, and we won't get no resolution until next year. Summer of next year.
Why, when it comes to these Disney princesses, is it like the mom that always dies?
Because they ain't got no daddy.
1 or 2 instances.
Because they ain't got no daddy, you got to kill the one who's left. Duh.
No. They a lot of times they have the dad. It's the mom that dies. Look at Bambi, Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, listen.
Cinderella. All that.
And where's the dad? Not there. Where's that gone?
Absentee or just totally blinded by the stepmommy that they brought in.
The step coochie, if you will.
Not the step coochie. Okay. Real quick. Actually, something that came across my mind where we were talking about the time slips and shit. There are, and you guys Google it. Correct me if I'm wrong. There are a couple of instances where I've seen, and I think it's probably just fan lore, not actual canon, that Doctor Who has crossed over with the Marvel universe at different times. This would be a perfect Doctor Who tie-in, because when it comes to quantum things and having to fight scary random enemies that you're not expecting to pop up, the Weeping Angels, for those of y'all up on your Doctor Who lore, they're probably the scariest motherfuckers that you ever want to meet. And it's because like, you know, some of the timely things that we were talking about earlier, they're the only race of like serial killer aliens that kill you kindly. They if you look at them, they can't move. Why? Because they're their freaking statues. And I shit you not, this whole story had me scared to go back home to New York for like a good 2 years one time, because I saw an episode where the Statue of Liberty was a weeping angel. And the question that a character posed to the doctor was, if that's actually a weeping angel, why has, you know, it not moved yet? Why has no one noticed? Because again, if you look at these things head on, you trap them in stone. They can't move when they're seen. And it's because people are almost always watching the Statue of Liberty.
I don't want that.
Think about how simple that is, but how fucking terrifying.
I don't want it.
It is to think about. Yeah, and that is why on occasion about a decade ago I did not set foot in New York for like 2 years, because that shit scared me that bad. And the shit that's going on here with the timey-wimey, this shit could go left real quick with Loki.
It's already going left. We're just waiting.
I am very interested in seeing what happens. I think it's going to be great. My big thing for episode 4, I don't know that I could choose just one. You know, Loki's a little bit heartbroken because Sylvie left again in her tantrum and huffs and puffs. I did think it was funny that Loki had beef looking at them statues talking about Thor wasn't even that tall. Like, bro, get over it. It's been years. Come on now. Of all the shit you got going on, this is your argument right now.
Yeah, well, it's not even an argument. It's just like he misses his brother, so I'm gonna talk shit about you.
He really right. That literally hate is literally Loki's love language.
He doesn't hate him. That's the thing. He's just talking shit. He's like, that's why your feet stink, bitch.
I get that, but he in his delusionals will always disguise it as like he just don't like you that much.
I'm gonna talk shit.
He's lying to himself, and I'm not saying that X5 was correct in his torture, but
he was right.
Like just like Uncle Black and Mild, you weren't wrong, sir. You were just hella out of pocket.
Come on, pocket inside out. Put the pocket back in.
That's basically just it. Let's see. Yeah, I think I had something else on my note here. Yo, the motherfucker that came up to Timely again, the Monopoly man. His thing was, you know, he said, I gotta have that machine once it was explained to him. And homie came up with and I remember Lady D when I was watching it, because she was talking about them bum ass terms that were brought to Rhaenyra. And he said, you give me the patent rights and I'll handle all of the production costs.
Oh yeah, baby, that was just white
trash. What the fuck you mean give you the patent rights?
Caucasity.
That was just
that's like me just signing over my deed of my house.
People still do it.
Even clears the bank.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Hey, Chantal, what's good? That's another one of the homies on my channel. Appreciate you coming over,
92, and that was just them doing
what they do.
Commentary on exactly what used to happen back then to Black inventors and Black.
And that's why he gave it to them. He gave him that prototype. It was like, here you go for a smooth $1,000, and ran out of there with that thing exploded.
$1,000. Can you wait before we jump off? Can you look that up real quick, Meeks?
What
was $1,000?
I did. It was $31,000
in 1930. So that means it was probably much more than that in 1892.
Because I can only go back to 1913. It wouldn't let me go back to anything in 1800s. Okay. So the furthest back it was 1913. In 1913, $1,000 was a little over $31,000.
Yeah. Okay. There are many of us that live. I'm not saying we're exactly struggling, but we do live check to check and strict budgeting. If we were budgeting our things with our paychecks now, back in that day, we literally would be the whole of the 1%.
I'm not budgeting. That's what that is.
Right now.
Give me 2 cases of this 3-cent milk. Thank you.
You got to pull out Julius on that. Hold on. That's 48 cents of milk that's spilled on that counter there. Yo, somebody
I got $1.
Milk.
How much can I get for? How many can I get for $1? Give me all of them for $1.
I will literally go back in time and buy all of the land.
Right. Yo, you know what? What was the name of that damn movie? Crazy Rich Asians. when they were talking about like when Singapore was just a jungle and that one family just bought up all the land and now look where they are. That's exactly what I would do. Again, Marty McFly in the damn almanac. I would capitalize on that shit quickly. So this man talking about he want to just exchange production for the patent rights. That basically just means he's scooping the whole shit, and Victor would never get.
And you'll get the $500
on that, and that's it. Which happened. I mean, check your histories again.
It's good, but it's only the one-time payment
for anyone to check out.
While this man is taking your invention and continuously making millions forever and ever.
Right, and you'll see those things that we're talking about. So that pretty much wraps it, y'all. We're actually done at normal regular time here.
Shut up.
So
shut your mouth.
This is pretty,
add something else. You can add something else.
What? Okay, but B gotta go though. Why are we adding extra
That is stuff? True. That is true, and I have to go. But I like sitting.
Yo, Lady D, do you have anything coming up? Black Riley, please.
Yeah, you put stuff
out. You had some ideas on things, right?
I lost my voice for a little bit.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something else.
Oh, yeah, you got sick. I remember that. Yeah,
I'm like getting over the bronchitis, and I feel better. Like I've been sipping hot.
You sound
exactly.
Dude,
not even Joe Budden. Don't get DJ envied.
Don't get hello. Actually,
don't get federlined. Don't get federlined.
If you don't.
Continue though.
Yeah. What was I about to say?
Look at you. What you got on your channel?
On my channel, I'm probably going to put out my my episode 3 because I'm just gonna probably skip 1 or 2 and just tie it. But I have a lot of notes on episode 3 because as you guys know, I really like history, and so the Chicago World's Fair was quite controversial because
it was
things that were happening as far as like race relations and like.
Did you see that news article?
And so there's an article.
No,
I will send it to you after we're done.
Yes. If you are a puppy, I saw your ears go up.
Yeah.
He was like,
like what you
yes,
said?
Indeed, you guys. Yeah, we will get all the links down in the description of the video shortly. Yeah.
For this week,
what else you got? Because I love you. I've been loving your Loki.
Hold on one second. For this question here, we're probably going to be trying to do these every week. We usually do them every week. It's just that because there was an issue with her channel that we had to take a step back from that and try to figure out something. So since it's working fine over here, we can just go ahead and do it every week, which is Monday around 7:30.
Yes. So we will, and that'll be great. I have the Loki videos. Right, but I also started breaking down Strange Planet. It's just
yes.
Chrome be tripping with this hardware accelerator thing, and you got to turn off in order to screen capture and whatnot. So taking a little longer than usual because I got to turn it back on for certain stuff for work and whatever else. But yeah, I want to get Strange Planet out, and I'll probably do that after Loki episode 3 because Loki episode 3 was just like. Full of like historical significance, and you guys know. So I talk about that. Go ahead.
Just a suggestion: be check out Opera RX for an alternative web browser. It's been working pretty cool for me. Like you can actually do a lot of cool mods on it, like have your own background music and background wallpaper and shit. Yeah, I just recently discovered it a couple months ago. It's pretty fucking sweet.
Thank you very much, and I will check that out. So yeah,
sure.
That's it. Loki, Strange Planet, and I mean, the long night is here. I don't know, like I don't even know when House of the Dragon comes. Do you guys know when it's supposed to come back?
No.
So
I feel like it's next year sometime.
Oh, no, it's definitely next year.
Yeah, definitely next year. They would be nice to us and give it to us on Christmas or something crazy like that.
They would never.
I'll grab somebody's house and light it on fire. Christmas.
George R. Martin don't like us.
Hold on a second. Executive Vice President of the drama series reaffirmed that the series is targeting a summer 2024 return.
Okay. Summer 2024.
That's actually not that far away.
So then that means like maybe I should be doing some like Game of Thrones stuff as a matter of fact. So
you heard they got casting for Dunk and Egg.
What?
Ooh.
Yo, if you don't know, Dunkin' Egg is literally my shiznits, guys.
Yo, that is the jump off.
I love Dunkin' Egg.
Like outside of Aegon's conquering, that is the real jump off, boy. Dunkin' Egg.
That tell us more.
Yes, that and Nymeria and the 1,000 Ships. Damn it, I'm so mad they canceled.
Oh yeah, published a casting call for 2 leading roles in the upcoming series. The series isn't named, but of course, it can't be mistaken for anything else. Aegon Targaryen and Duncan the Tall, age 9-10, physically small, and a soldier, age 18 to 25. Ooh, the filming will take place in 2024.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
That gave me tinglies.
Yeah, it makes me
Launcher Day, Killers of the Flower Moon. Is that the TV show that I'm thinking about? That you're?
I thought it was a movie.
Was it a movie?
It's a movie out now. I thought.
I feel like I remember just now recently hearing about that. I just don't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah, I think it's a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio looking all thick faced.
Yeah. I think it's something with them again, like old westerns are.
Yeah. Well, 1920s
Americans out of their ancestral lands and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. For myself, once the damn copyright thing gets expunged, because it is absolutely a false copyright stream. I don't know how anybody copyrights a stream that is literally this. Me, Meeks, Lady D, and I think we had Tanya and Heidi on with us talking about the Wheel of Time, and that's what that company tried to copyright. I don't know why, but once that gets fixed, we'll be back over to my channel with one of my cousins, Fundo. We're talking about Foundation Season 2. Once we get going again, and again, we'll be finishing up Loki and then finding something else to chat about on a Monday evening. If you jet over to DJ 11's channel, I will be on with him and Fandom. We're going to talk about Loki episode 3 tomorrow, and then Thursday, Gen V, I think episode 4 and 5. And if you're not watching Gen V,
come on,
please go watch it. It's so good. I almost like it a little more than The Boys. And
I like it all.
It's a spin-off of The Boys TV show on Amazon Prime. It's great. I love how they've been flowing with everything. And I have some cool spooky season streams coming up soon. I did have a lot more live streams planned, but because of this nonsense that's going on, I can't do those. So maybe I'll be able to just record those and upload them. I have a really, really cool thing that I'm doing. I'm framing it as an Are You Afraid of the Dark tribute. If you guys have ever watched that show in your younger years on, I think it was on Snick and Nick at Night back in the day. It'll be cool. It's me and the writers group that I'm in. We drafted some spooky stories for everyone to enjoy. So hope you guys tune in for that. It's shaping up to be very nice. Besides that, I think that's it. Meeks, what you got coming up besides all the things?
Hold on 1 second. Okay. Listen, it's a lot. So I'm finishing What's Wrong with Secretary Kim. Literally have the last episode. I need to edit that and put it out, but that series is done. I have completely finished watching The Fall of the House of Usher. It's just being edited, and it's excellent.
Yes, I'm talking about that in a couple days also.
It's really good. And of course, I'm doing Gen V. I'm doing Fringe, but I'm trying to have my editor blast through the Fall of the House of Usher first. I am still doing Moving, which is really great. And I'm going to do, for Spooky Times for K-Drama, I've done The Guest, and The Guest is guesting.
Girl. And she's going to come over and we're going to watch some scary movies together too.
Absolutely. I don't know which ones because it's going to be a thing.
I don't know which ones either. Oh, also wait, I forgot. I'm sorry. 1,000 Eyes in One channel, y'all go look it up. Tanya and Nikki, I'm going to be on with them tomorrow talking about Beetlejuice.
Okay. Let's see, The Fringe. What else I got going on? I'm still doing Jujutsu Kaisen. Shit's fire. And there's a lot of other stuff, but I just can't think of right now because it's a lot. I finished Castlevania Nocturne, which is amazing. The Castlevania series is always great. Video games, I'm trying to take a pause right now because my carpal tunnel is so bad that I can't really hold a controller or type very well. So I had to take a pause on that. Yeah, I actually started moving already. I'm on episode 11. I'm editing 11 for YouTube tomorrow. K-drama days are Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then I've completely finished the series and I just have to edit them and myself because I can't. I gotta find somebody to do K-dramas, but it's just me. So it's gonna take a little longer. So I'm doing K-dramas on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Anime I'm trying to get out over the weekend. Fringe is usually Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then we have Loki, and Gen V is whenever they can get up. And House of Follows Usher. The rest of them are going to be on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Fridays. And I think that's it. I'm out.
So I just saw Laundry Day is recommending
not play with my feet.
Unfriended dark web. Okay, see over here at House Manic, the Black Wildling of the North, and House Quill, we're really subscribed to Lord Loris and his foots fetishes.
Listen,
so you might not get that. Even though you requested,
I would love to.
That just ain't gonna happen.
But we'll see. This
I mean,
right
yeah, you don't get that for free, bro. You
no. This right here.
That. Oh,
then you get no toes, bro.
Percy Jackson, yes. The answer to that is yes, absolutely. By the time that comes out, we'll definitely be back on.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes, please. I'm a very big Rick Riordan fan, and if y'all do not know who this man is, please go check him out. His books are based on a lot of different mythologies in our world. He started off, I believe, with the Greek aspect, then he went to the Roman, to Egyptian, to Norse, to Arabic tribes. He really is it really great how he puts these stories together, and all of them are all in the same universe. He weaves every one of them together. And one of the coolest things, in my opinion, is he started that series because his son has ADHD. And he was looking for a way to not let his son be discouraged or anything by that. And he came up with this whole concept of these kids that are half-bloods. They call them half god, half human, demigods. And one of their major traits that you could tell that they are what they are is because they have ADHD. And there's so many different aspects that he ties into that. It's really cool. I think it's great. And he is very involved with the show and the casting and everything. I'm very much looking forward to that series. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all we got. Again, check us out tomorrow on 1001 with the ladies, Nikki and Tanya.
Us,
talk about some Beetlejuice.
You.
Get it.
No, you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I said. Did I say?
You said us.
Okay. I'm so sorry. My bad.
It's her. It's just her, not me.
Look,
not me.
Look, okay. See, you already saw the mini bottles. Okay, there was rum involved. Don't judge me. All right.
But yes. So that's it for everybody. We're all good in the hood. I'll probably catch you guys back here on Monday. I don't know if I'm gonna do this regularly because this is kind of fun, but I just time wise. But yeah, so on that note, guys, thanks for hanging with us, and hopefully we will catch you later. Bye y'all. My poor, you sound so tired.